Alright, hello.
Hello, friends.
Hello!
Hi!
How good it is
Hello.
to see everyone.
Hello, everyone.
We
Welcome.
have a special guest tonight joining us all the way from Decay Within the Ice, Alvara.
It's our very own Alvara Silmir. This is quite the pleasure.
Alvara. Sorry about that.
Lobrin, you lost a few pounds and also you've gained a lot of really beautiful hair.
I thought you were gonna
I
say
don't
a
know,
really big rack.
That is disrespectful. But
Oh,
yes,
your
that what a
boobs
pair.
are huge!
Sold.
Sold!
Sold!
Suddenly Rictavio's like, I've lost interest.
Oh no! See it as an upgrade. I mean, Alvara's pretty something special. If I do say so myself. There's
She's
Lobrin.
special.
My apologies.
She's special, alright.
The other Decay players are like,
Drag her!
How's everyone doing tonight?
I'm sleepy.
Awake.
Awake?
Yeah.
Hi, Crim.
Crimson!
I feel that. I feel like the vibes tonight are sleepy.
Yeah.
Oh, Farron is pretty. Thank you. I thought she was pretty too when I asked Winter to make her. I had a vision.
Farron's pretty good.
Oh.
Well, let's see how far we can get into this without completely scuffing it up like our Monday stream.
Any potions are gonna
What
be
happened to Monday's
espresso shots.
I could definitely go for about 6 gallons of espresso.
Monday, a lot of things went wrong. I titled it Strahd. The stream crashed.
It's
Oh
pretty
my
good
god,
crack.
that's right.
Gonzo's mic was screeching every time he talked.
Yeah, that's true. He's got to get himself a new mic. I will invest into that fund.
Aztec, you so right. That's not his fault. It's not Gonzo's fault. He didn't know.
There's some smoochies going on in the chat.
Ayo.
Get a room, you two!
Hey,
Cuties, you little lovebirds.
anyone got anything exciting to talk about? While I yawn for a 5th time?
I'll tell you this much.
Okay.
I got myself a glass of ambiguous red liquid and I'm ready to fucking party.
Ayo.
I had a beverage like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, you're right. It is a chat room. You're right. That was my fault. You've got a room already. Okay, proceed.
What kind of beverage does everyone have tonight?
Well,
Say you get it, yeah.
Water.
Well, actually, me saying what it is makes it less ambiguous, so I can't say.
You know what I do have?
What you got?
What do you have?
Oh, fucking hell, Andrew.
You
Eh,
did.
eh, eh,
I
eh,
did
eh,
not.
eh, 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 eh,
That's how this tonight's gonna be, is it?
eh, 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 eh.
What's come over you? Andrew, speak to me!
banana bread.
Eating a burger with no honey mustard.
I cannot take it anymore.
But what about eating honey mustard with a side of burger?
I don't like that.
Like a soup, and like having it as your bread that you dip into the soup.
Ugh, it's honey mustard.
I was thinking more like a French onion
No.
soup where you have a bowl of the honey mustard and then you just have the burger floating on top.
Ew, that's
What if-
that's worse somehow.
What if you carve out the interior of the burger and pour the honey mustard
Like
like
a
a bread
bread
Oh,
bowl?
gross! Stop it! Stop it
Okay,
now!
Alright, this has gone on too far. I'm taking my potion.
A lot of tiny burgers, and then you use the honey mustard as the
Eric!
milk for your burger
Eric!
cereal.
Eric! Stop it!
You
I
shut your
think- I don't
mouth
think you
over
can.
there.
Stop
I
it!
don't think
Before.
you can.
Burger cereal.
Speaking
Oh,
of,
damn
of
it.
soup, Winter, I
Yeah.
desperately need some of that jalapeno spicy dip.
Oh yeah, that shit's good.
Oh yeah, I need to make that again.
That is close to a soup. I'm gonna be honest. It's like a spicy soup.
It is really delicious. I'll be the first to say it.
This isn't the first time we've had a conversation on if dip constitutes as a soup.
But this
It is
does
if
for
you're.
Andrew.
any dip can be a soup if you're trying to think of the right acronym here.
If
While
you're
you do that, I'm taking my potion. Cheers.
Does anyone else have their brain just do like the Windows powering down sound
Yes.
in the first sentence?
Literally
That's why I
all.
woke up at. That's why I woke up 10 minutes before we were supposed to start.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah. I personally could definitely go for a short rest, like in real life.
Just a
An
quick
hour?
little power nap.
It's like an hour nap.
That doesn't
Sometimes
sound
those are
bad.
really fucking good. I'll tell you one thing. 20-minute naps feel fantastic. Hour-long naps feel good. 2-hour naps always feel bad.
Yeah, they do.
Sometimes you sleep too much and your brain just
Yeah.
like, I want to stay this way.
I wake
Yeah.
up and I'm like, my face is covered in drool, and I'm like, what?
The-
Where am I?
I
The
had
worst-
a really bad nose pimple a couple days ago, and so I woke up and I just rubbed my face and it was just blood.
Oh,
Oh, dude,
Against it
no.
popped. And while it wasn't terrifying, it was definitely alarming.
That's
Yeah,
the
it's
fucking
scary.
I was like,
worst.
oh.
Hey, yo, Parpole nap.
Could go for a
He's
long
big.
rest with Purple.
He's big and plushy.
The worst naps are when you're like, oh, I'm gonna take like a 15-20 minute nap at noon, and then it's several hours later. The sun is setting, but you can't tell if it's sunrise or sunset.
Yeah, that's
and
the
you-
worst. It's like your disorientation is magnified.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's one of those things where maybe my body needed it.
That's why any nap taken after 5 o'clock is called the devil's nap.
Oh yeah, I can't nap after 5. The latest I can lay down to take a nap is 3.
Yeah, after 5, you're just punishing yourself for
You
sleep.
asking for it. You asking for
Although
it.
I can't take short naps. When I fall asleep, I'm out for an hour. My body will not wake up in 20-30 minutes. I could set an alarm, but then I would be woken up out of my natural slumber, so I don't do that. I just wait and I don't set an alarm and then I wake up.
I'm so excited for summer because I really want to take a hammock and just take naps out in the trees.
Ooh, that'll
sounds
be
nice.
nice.
One time I fell asleep out, I was just taking a nap out in the backyard of when I was a kid at my folks' place. And I just fell asleep out there, and I woke up pretty late in the night. I think it must have been close to midnight. And I was it was really peaceful because I was just under a tree in the grass, and it was a summer night. It was beautiful. The only problem was that I was covered in mosquito bites.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, I bet. They probably just looked out the window, saw you, and they're like, yeah, he's fine.
I did not mean to fall asleep for that long outside, just in the grass.
Well, we've just about hit the 15-minute mark. Should we get into the recap?
Sure.
If Zach is available to do so.
We could do inspo first.
Yeah,
I'm
you wanna do
here.
inspo?
Not.
Let's do
I'm
inspo
around.
first.
But yeah, always do inspo first.
Well, I don't mind if I do. So, last week, let me just put it this way, and I gotta put it delicately. You all voted, and yes, the horses have. No, I'm kidding.
The fucking horses in this campaign too?
We
So,
don't even have horses in this campaign.
the player that won player inspiration last week was Ark. Very well done, Ark. You are a paragon of just goodness and kind boys.
And not needing to
Huh.
breathe.
And not needing to breathe. And the person you all voted, the person who won community inspiration, I know you're all wondering. I'll tell you, it was Twyla. Way to go, Twyla!
Twyla!
Oh, thank you.
You fucking won that shit, dude. You fucking won that
Yay!
shit, bud.
I did it. Is it for stealing?
It's for fucking stealing
I think it was for stealing.
or something.
Alright, thank you.
We like stealing, right?
Is there a place I can mark that on this sheet? I don't think so. Maybe I can make this an inspiration. There. Just like that. Alright, shall we get into the recap?
All right, take it away, Logren.
Okay, session 10. The party initially arrived at Henrik Vandervoort's property to a resistant man who remained locked behind the door.
Behind the door.
Great Wild shaped into a spider, traveling under the doorway and opening a side door for Ark and the rest of the party to enter. As they quartered, restrained, and interrogated Henrik, he informed them that the bones were in a cupboard upstairs. He also said he was compelled to steal them after being visited by a woman with dark hair and a skull mask. The party attempted to buy his silence as they let him go, and went upstairs to retrieve the bones.
Buy our silence, just like Rex on Monday.
Yes.
It's like, what?
Rex, the stream breaker.
Oh, pfft.
Rex Breaker Street.
It did earn the
Did
breaker
silence us.
streams.
After recovering them from a false cupboard that Lucia detected, Arky's divine sense and Notice Undead were in the room over. After entering, they found some boxes marked junk, where the evil feeling appeared to be emanating from. Upon some deliberation, the party decided to return to the church and seek the Father's assistance on how to deal with the situation. As they returned the bones to the pedestal at the church, the feeling of easiness washed over the party as the ground became hollowed. While Lobrin, Lucia, and Ark discussed next steps, Twyla sought a private audience with Faerun to discuss the importance of Rictavio's wagon and Madame Ava's fortune. Together they planned to stealth back there, and look for any valuables. As Lucia joined them, they looped her into the plan, but were reluctant to include others since they were not the stealthiest bunch. Ultimately, Twyla said that it would be important to keep them apprised, and as they returned to the inn, they told Ark and Lobrin, who agreed to set up a perimeter. Lobrin received a letter from Elizabeth that was from Strahd, congratulating the party for their tenacity and perseverance, and inviting them to their castle in 2 days' time for dinner, assuring them that they would have safe passage. Ark, noticing this, asked about the letter's contents. Lobrin confided in him, but asked to wait for some time so as to not disrupt tonight's mission. That night, after Rictavio went to sleep, the party returned to the cottage, stealthing over and stealing a magical medallion from inside. Lobrin, jeopardizing the plan, went over to admire the saber-toothed tiger before the party scampered back to the inn as Twyla studied the magic item's properties. That was where we left off.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and redeem a group espresso shot for everyone.
No.
Really, we need it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I can
That's
make a
really
coffee.
cool.
Do you want me to make a coffee?
Well, I know that if I drink a coffee right now, I will fucking not sleep tonight. But I will, I'll hype myself up. I'll shadow box. I'll do jumping jacks.
Get yourself a couple slaps of the cheek.
Okay, here we go. ASMR. Ew, ew, ew.
I didn't actually make this yourself. What was wrong with you?
A lot of
I
shit,
might
dude.
make a cup of coffee on break because I have decaf.
Decaf.
Okay.
All right.
I can have a cup of coffee and then fall asleep several minutes later.
I know.
I used to be able to do that.
Hey,
I probably
Afton.
still could if I didn't have to cut out caffeine.
Hey, Afton.
Hi, Afton.
And no, we are not bullying Derek. We're being nice to Derek. That's what we always do. Be gone, dear.
Be gone, dear. Hey.
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
No.
Is that what bullying Derek is?
Oh, fuck that! Oh, man. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pour another drink. Un momento.
We always talk about like how we keep stalling, but half the time we are just getting drinks for redeems.
This is
Yeah,
true.
you're right.
Just start carrying a flask, Rick and Morty style.
Quick, while the DM is away, we gotta talk about how we're gonna do this. How the fuck are we gonna do this Strahd dinner?
No one messaged me about it. I think we're
Isn't
just gonna
this-
eat dinner.
I don't even. No one even talked about it. I don't think all week. Besides, like
No.
maybe
No.
Winter and I at work a little bit.
I think I brought it up like one time and then I just forgot. What are we
Listen,
gonna do?
The Strahd dinner is still 2 days away.
No,
I
it's
think we should
one
figure
day
out-
away now, isn't it?
I think so, because it was said like two nights from now, right? And this is like night one?
Mhm.
Or something? This is like a day
I
passing?
think so. Well, we can just ask like a Derek.
Yeah.
I thought he said that it was not the following night, but the night after, when he went over the letter.
Well, that would still mean like we have 1 day left here in this town to do whatever, then we have to leave?
Yeah.
God damn it!
Let's
I
go.
wanted to stay for the festival.
Well, no.
I'm confused on the
You
timeline.
either get drilled at the festival and then get killed by Strahd, or get drilled by Strahd then killed at the festival.
It's true.
What we
All
should
right, I
do is
return.
we should send a
Derek.
counter offer and invite Strahd to the festival.
Now
Oh,
that I'm
God.
assuming it's gonna be the next morning we're waking up, how many days do we have to go to Strahd's dinner? Is it 2 days now or 1 day?
He said the feast would be in 2 days' time. So, the evening after next evening, which in this case would be this evening. So tomorrow evening.
Wait,
Okay.
That
We got
made
it.
no
One day
sense
to
to
get
me.
back
Go.
there.
You're confusing me
Is
more.
it still nighttime right now, or are we in the morning? Yeah, it's still nighttime. Okay. So it's going to be let's say tonight's Monday, right? The evening that we are having the feast on is Wednesday evening.
Okay,
And
that's
it's
what I thought.
Monday evening right now.
I'm not saying it is. It's hypothetical speaking. I'm trying
Like
to
if we were like framing it in like a weekday.
Yeah, but how
Okay.
long does it? How long did it take us to get to this town last time?
About
we
a
were
day.
told that it can
from
take a
here
day to,
Strahd, I think
to
it
get
said
to
last time.
Ravenloft.
I think we
So we're
just
gonna
Yeah,
have
take
to
a
leave
day.
in the morning. But I
Yeah.
wanted to ask my lover boy some questions about where
No,
to
we
obtain silver.
No,
we leave the
weapons.
morning after.
No,
So
yeah,
We
it
have
takes
one more
about
day in town.
it takes less than a full day's travel to get to Ravenloft.
So we have
From-
tomorrow and then we leave in the morning.
Yeah, you've got a full day in Vallaki and a full night in Vallaki.
Okay, and the festival in Vallaki is going to be, unfortunately, the day that we have to leave, right, for Strahd. Just don't they have one like every 2 days or some bullshit, or every week?
So it would seem.
Oh, so we are leaving when the festival's happening?
Hold on, let me check my notes.
See, Strahd is ruining everything.
Damn, I really wanted to see the festival.
I know.
No, okay, no. The festival is in 3 days' time, so it's actually going to be the day after the.
So we can still make it if we don't
Go
die.
after
You
dinner
can-
with
you-
Strahd.
we can make
we're
it work.
back to we're
Yeah, you can
coming
make it.
back to Vallaki.
We're
Yeah.
gonna have to haul ass. Okay.
Yeah, you can make it work.
All right. So it's still the evening time.
Indeed.
Are we going to
Yes.
bed?
Yeah, I
guys
said
are
I
all-
spent the rest of the night doing identify and then going to sleep.
I came back, and I'm assuming that my room is empty. If not, you know what happens. If it's empty, I'm just gonna go and go to bed.
Yes, your room is empty.
Okay.
I'm sorry. He doesn't just let himself into your room anytime. But maybe that could be arranged. And what are the rest of you doing?
Identify.
Ark is hanging out with Lobrin for a little bit and then just chilling.
I think I went to bed in character.
Okay, you're identifying this holy symbol of yours, is that right?
This holy child, yes.
Holy. Okay, let me tell you about its features.
You did.
Oh, good, yes. I thought so, but I was wondering if, like, you needed me to repeat it or something. Okay.
No, I think we're all good.
Go to
So
2
you know-
minutes.
You know all about this cool little pendant guy.
This is very cool. Dollop,
then-
what do you think about it?
He kind of chews on the edge of it a little bit. He goes,
Don't touch it with your beak, Dollop! You don't know what it does.
Ooh.
Chew it.
Dollop accidentally sets off the sunlight feature.
And just right in the middle of the room.
Oh.
Just from the outside window, just like a beam of light.
That's how my character goes blind.
Yeah.
It's like staring directly into the eclipse.
Quite literally.
So unless there are any objections, the next morning finds you. Once again, you smell that wafting scent of cooked breakfast meats. Ooh, it smells like someone is cooking something nice down there. But otherwise doesn't sound nearly as busy as it did the night before. One would hope anyway, because indeed it is a tavern. And if you're here at 8 o'clock in the morning, well, you know, respect.
I put my character downstairs to meet with everyone. I'll wake up, check on Lucia, and then make my way downstairs.
I love how my lover is still in my room.
Oh, is he? Yeah, we'll just, there he is.
He
Ark-
just hung out there.
Ark would have come downstairs like exceedingly early, like horrifyingly early for almost anyone else. Considering
God.
the time everyone went to bed. He's bored.
Ark, it's terrifying. Hi, Vox!
Okay. You're down there before even, you begin hearing the makings of breakfast being cooked and dishes from the last of the dishes from last night being cleaned up. You are truly up at old man hours, early bird special.
Sitting in the dark corner.
Oh my
Reading the
God.
newspaper.
Oh, big yawn. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning, friends.
I had the best sleep of my life. I went to sleep so early, and it was wonderful.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know where this guy is. Right fucking behind me.
So, I almost did Mina's voice there for a second.
Oh,
I know.
Ark, oh wow, he's
Hey, Cadillac
Take
Jack.
it.
Your voice is so high pitched in the morning.
This is what my
Wow.
real voice sounds like.
Uh, um. So I know we had agreed to see if we can retrieve the wine ship. Perhaps it would be best to do that today if we can.
Do you think we have time?
I don't know if that'll be a
Oh.
one-day endeavor.
Well, you guys don't know about
Yeah,
the
you don't know
content of the
about that
letter
yet. You don't know about that yet.
About
Yeah,
what?
Ark never told us.
The Strahd.
Yeah, only me and Lobrin
Oh,
know.
yeah,
No
yeah,
one
yeah,
else
yeah.
knows.
That should
True.
probably be something that we know now, though.
I will
We'll see. We'll
relay
get to
that,
it.
but I don't want to. I don't want to do it in a
E-
crowded
eventually.
Yeah.
But
Remind me
Yeah,
where the wine
they-
shipment is again?
from good.
You would know. Lobert and Ark specifically would know that the place that was brought up was called the Wizard of Wine Winery.
The Wizards of
Um,
Waverly Place.
The Wizards of
Sure.
Waverly Winery. He didn't specify where it was, but he did say it was out of town. How far out of town, you do not know.
I
how
would
the hell are
ask
we
about
supposed to
that.
get there?
Actually, when I saw him, if I saw him like first thing in the morning.
Yeah, we might want to.
Yeah, you'd be amongst. He'd be the first person he would see coming, out of the kitchen as he begins cooking. It's and Erwin still has sleepy eyes a little bit. And he kind of pinches the bridge of his nose, and he kind of like blinks sleepily, and he goes, "Oh, morning, Art. Good to see you.
Morning.
What the hell's are you doing down here so early?"
Couldn't sleep. Used to waking up early from my old army days.
More disciplined man than me.
I did have a question. If it's not too much trouble. You had mentioned the Wizards of Winery yesterday, and I was wondering exactly where that was and how far out of town it was.
Oh, it's due north. Out of town for about less than a day's travel.
And DM, can you refresh my memory of where the direction we have to get to the castle was?
Yes, so you were heading west to get to Valaki, so you had to you passed the crossroad wherein if you had taken a right you would have ended up at Ravenloft. So you need only head in a straight line east to get there, pretty much through some woods, mind you. Just the same.
Would I know would I know in character if there's a way to get from where he's saying the winery is to the castle?
You do not know in character. As a matter of fact, let me.
Thank you for your help. We were gonna discuss actually our plans for the day, so let's see about getting that done.
Aye, don't mean to put it on you like that, but we're down to our last 2 casks. Last night, but after that, I can't imagine the way people will be behaving without their swill to drink, as it were.
Oh my god, this is dire!
Hey, Cadillac Jack, thank you for the streak.
Is this how we consider dire? Not losing our friend a couple of sessions ago, but like no beer?
Are you saying that? Are you saying that in character?
No, like.
No,
And
was
I
saying that
consider
out
that
of
pretty
character
dire.
too, because I wasn't in the conversation.
A festival without wine. This is a terrible idea.
It's not just about the festival. People around here don't have much to. Well, let me stop myself before I overspeak. Sufficing to say that people will not be happy if I tell them that they have to go elsewhere to get their wine. Namely because there's nowhere else to go.
I was saying, there is no elsewhere.
This is
So it's like Wisconsin.
Go to the soup store.
Why are you
No,
buying wine at
not
the soup store?
store.
So yeah, I'll relay this to the group when I see them in the morning.
Okay.
Less than a day's travel, and it's to the north. We might be able to get it done in just a day.
That doesn't sound
Well,
too
implying
bad.
there's no trouble.
If we can be quick enough, sure, why not?
Ark, you would know that, like, from what was just conveyed to you, that it would be less than a day's travel, but it would take them, like, more specifically, it would take the majority of a day just to get there.
Ugh.
Oh.
Winter.
Well, maybe not doable.
Yeah, it's
We have
just from context clues. No, it would probably not be easily done.
Out of game, we
we're-
probably have to choose one or the other. In game, none of us have any reason to say no because we know we're not on a time limit.
Yeah.
It's true. So Feyre and Lucia and Twyla would be like, yeah, let's do this. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, probably.
Just how is it?
Where
I
I'd
will
be
say-
under the I would even say with the I really wanted to see the festival or be here for it, so there's no festival without alcohol. Let's be real. I say we do it.
There is something
I would
else.
also.
Even sermons, you drink the blood of Christ.
I will say, as much as I would like to help in this situation, we might. We might be indisposed with another commitment.
Let's go upstairs. I
Excuse me?
wanted to talk to you all about something.
How
Private.
busy is it right now? Like, is there other people?
There are some other people, but like one other table, and that's pretty much it.
If
Aside
we
from, like,
whispered,
your
would
table.
anyone hear us?
From
I
across the
feel like
room?
we should just go into a different room.
From
for
across
this.
the room, probably not. But if someone's really listening in, or like has very good perception, maybe.
Let's just say. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, can I glance around to see if anybody looks like they're hunkered, like looking at us, or really try to pay attention? With my, should I roll for it or use my passive?
Your choice.
I'm going to roll for it. And I touch myself in this tavern tonight.
Okay.
This morning.
That feels like an NSP song, actively masturbating. And wait, no, they have one like that. Public masturbating is so fun it should be illegal.
I'm sorry,
that's pretty
what?
good.
A 21 plus.
Yeah.
four.
So there's only one other table that's full aside from you and your retainers right now. Well, I should say two. One that's full. One that is Rictavio.
God damn it!
That alone is like I don't want to fucking
Yeah, let's
be
go
around.
upstairs.
If I saw Rictavio like while we were having this little breakfast meeting, whatever, I'm gonna look really nervous.
Does he look like he's looking at us, or just like...
He looks so right now. He's like leaning back in his seat. And he's got his hat over his face. He looks like he's halfway asleep.
Oh, okay, sure,
that's
he-
good.
he's
that's
not aware.
Well, we
Let's
don't know
just
that,
say-
but he
I just
might
like
be
place it on
pretending
his...
to be asleep.
I just placed it on his lap. Hey, you drop this, and then
No!
that's how we just solve it.
Oh my god.
So Arca's
we're
gonna
free
say.
from any crime.
Arca's gonna say. Well, we received an invitation of sorts, but it would probably be best to discuss this in private quarters.
Lucia's automatically just tensed up.
Well, okay. Maybe that would be for the best.
We can go to my room. It's the closest one upstairs.
Hmm.
Can we not?
Oh.
I mean, like...
I'm not
okay.
sitting on that bed.
We can.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell.
We.
I know the springs work, but I'd rather not test them.
Oh.
Well, but we have a couple options to choose from, right, Dollop?
All right, whose room are we going in?
Just
Arcs,
instead
it's
of
the
the one we
smallest.
were at last time that was the biggest.
That was my room.
Yeah, that's Favorite's
Lucia doesn't
fucking
wanna go in my
spank
room.
shack.
No, I thought
It
Favorite's
doesn't
one was
smell in there.
the tiny one right up the stairs.
No, Farron's is the biggest one.
Oh, it absolutely would smell in there.
Yeah, the housekeeping hasn't gotten
Well,
to
let's
it
just
yet.
go to the
I don't think it would stink in there.
Oh,
God,
whatever,
why are
I'm
you
up
saying,
here.
"Well, we're stinky.
Oh,
Farron's
what is
not
he doing in
stinky."
here?
You don't
Why
make
is
an
he
you don't
is he still
putrefy
in
an
there?
entire place just by having
Derek,
sex.
is he still in here?
Huh? What?
Is he still in here?
Yeah, but knowing Farron, they probably went like wild animals. So
Okay, whoa, whoa,
Ew.
whoa.
No,
She
Farron
didn't
do that.
wild shape for the occasion, alright?
I'm not saying that.
Whoa.
I'm saying they went fucking feral.
Alright.
Same difference.
Put your black light away and
There's
just
not.
enjoy the
This
room.
is not Baldur's Gate.
So once
bear.
everyone is situated, Ark is going to give a little bit of an introduction about us receiving an invitation before passing the actual explanation off to.
Do you close the door behind you?
Yes.
Okay. Just for the sake of argument. And as you start talking, hold on one second.
Motioning for Logan. to read it, if possible.
Okay, continue.
I didn't
Lucia's
like the
with
fact
us,
that you
right?
just rolled something.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not used to moving my token during like roleplay segments.
Sorry, yeah.
Seeing how nervous everyone is, Ark's just gonna, use one of his divine senses for the day in this room.
Sure.
Do I sense anything?
You sure don't.
Okay.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. It makes me feel a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't like the fact that you rolled something. I could hear it.
I know what you're talking about.
Lobrin's just gonna say, perhaps it would be best if you all read this instead. We don't really know if there's anyone around who might be interested in this sort of thing. And he's just gonna produce the letter and have people like pass it around and read it to themselves. That way we don't have to say out loud what's on the page.
Take one down, pass it around, and then Strahd on the wall.
Well, that's
That
troubling.
rat bastard. We have to go to dinner with him.
Lucia
much
is
for
not
fucking
happy.
souls.
Like her hands are like trembling while reading it.
We have to. Why? Why does he want us for dinner? Why can't he just leave us alone?
But
Maybe he wants us for dinner. Don't.
I like how we have the same brainwave right there.
Listen, as tempting as that is, it's not on the table.
It's not tempting. That was out of character.
I don't
She
know.
hates this man. Lucia would never make a joke like that. She hates this man.
This seems like a terrible idea, but I'm not sure there's really much choice here.
We can't reject it, can we? Like, that doesn't really sound like a good idea.
I'm gonna look to Dollop for an answer.
Dollop's just gonna look back at you and kind of shrug his wings.
He's never met. Oh God, I don't want Dollop to have to meet Strahd. Dollop doesn't deserve to have to.
No,
meet
poor
that
little
creature.
owl.
I
Poor
fear
Dollop.
rejecting this could put us in a bad position. If he has the power to guarantee our safety, I'm concerned about what else he has the power to do.
I'm sure he has the power to do a lot of things, like kill us
That
all on the
also-
spot if he wanted to.
That also addresses another elephant in the room when it comes to that. And Lucia will like. Am I the one that has it now, or did you have it, Twyla?
I have the
like,
amulet.
medallion.
The thing.
I will like motion for her to like take it out.
Oh, right. So, I did some studying on this last night, and I will just briefly, like, flash the medallion just to make sure. I don't want to completely take it out, because I'm, like, on edge and nervous.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I did some looking into this, and Dollop and I discovered that this thing is incredibly powerful. It seems like it was almost intended for, like, purging vampires or something.
And yes, and how do you think Strahd would feel if we brought that in? I feel like that's just gonna give us more trouble than it's like.
Well, we can't just leave it, can we?
Can't
This is
leave it,
important.
Yeah, but I'm saying we kind of like at least I just kind of make sure like everyone's at least aware that like we have to hide this thing.
As you guys are
Might also-
talking, you hear what the highest passive perception? That's you, Faerun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you hear creaking at the floorboards just outside your door.
Oh, I immediately walk over and open the door then.
As you do, you see that Rectavia was just
No!
walking down the hallway, and he kind of like tips his hat to you and he says, "Good morning,
Hey,
mind you, I'm
Good
just
morning.
going,
morning to you.
just going to catch some more hours of shut eye. Don't mind me."
Alrighty.
DM,
good
would
scene.
I?
never really did like minding you anyway.
DM, do I remember if he went to sleep in the inn last night? Because I was awake until he went to bed.
I thought
don't
you said he did go
recall.
up.
You
He
saw
went to
him.
his
Yeah,
room.
Yeah, you
You
said he
definitely
went to
saw
the
him.
room.
yeah, you definitely saw him go up at one point, but you don't know if
You
he.
didn't see him go to sleep.
Yeah,
Went to
yeah.
bed,
that's-
yeah.
Oh yeah, I was more asking if he
So
went
he could
to
just
a
be
room.
completely aware and is just fucking with us at this point.
So when I had opened the door
Hey, thanks so much for the follow.
and he said that to
Oh,
me,
thank you.
could I roll perception to see if something seemed off, or if he was really going to get some
Insight.
sleep
Yeah, they're
or
going to be
insight.
looking
Yeah.
for us.
I'll join in on that just because I am also skeptical.
Twyla's gonna
I'm
look
actually-
fucking terrified.
I'm actually going
touch
to-
myself.
What you gonna do?
I'm actually going to go outside
11.
and see if I can catch him really quick.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that's a 25. What did I do? 22 plus 3?
Yeah, Farron, you know that something seems fishy about the way
He
that
knows. He knows. He knows.
knows.
He knows. He
Right
knows.
He's at his door right now, Ark.
Excuse me, Rictavio, would you mind if I asked you a question?
He turns around and kind of looks at you with
Where
sleepy
are
eyes.
the keys here, Wagon?
Shakes his head out a little bit and he says, "Oh, ask me a couple questions. Pretty early in the morning for that, isn't it?"
I know, and I do apologize. It's just, well, as you said yesterday, we're new in town. We're likely to be everyone's plaything for at least a little while.
Yeah, true enough.
Uh,
But not too new in town to be moseying around someone else's carriage.
Lucia will kind of
Right.
poke her head out.
you guys,
Oh.
I closed the door behind me, so you guys, I don't know if you would
Oh,
hear
okay.
this.
So at this point,
I
he's
would-
going to reach into his pocket, and he's going to like hold something on the interior of his pocket, and then he's going to point at the door you just came out of, and his eyes are going to go from like sleepy and kind of like lazing about to deadly serious, and he's going to go back into the room now.
Did he just
what
pull
is-
a
what
gun
is
on
the-
Ark?
No, he's got his hand in his jacket pocket. You don't.
He has a gun in his jacket pocket.
He's
You don't
fucking
know that.
strapped.
No, I'm
I-
just thinking like the visual
I-
imagery of him doing that right now. It's just...
I don't want any trouble, but I do have a very serious question for you.
Then you can ask it in the room. He says as he begins kind of like leading
I-
you a little bit.
I don't follow.
Well, then he goes off without you.
Oh
And
god.
as he's walking past, before he has a chance to get to the room, I'm going to ask him, what are the consequences of refusing an invitation from a nobility of this land?
Could be dire indeed. Sounds like the kind of thing you'd want more information about, he says as he closes the door behind him.
Whoa, he's coming into our room
Yeah,
now?
he's kind of.
Oh, no!
I'm not gonna lie,
Wait.
he's kind
What,
of.
do you guys let him in? Do you guys even
Well, what
let
are we
him in?
supposed to do? I'm not near the door.
I mean, we can't reject him. Like
I'm just gonna be standing there frozen.
I don't think anyone's at the door, so he'd be able to kind of.
And he just kind of tips his wide brim hat and he says, "Morning, all of you. I think we're past the need for formality at this point. Why don't you all take a seat?"
Is this about the
Um,
melons?
Stan.
I
Thanks,
don't
but-
recommend sitting on the bed. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, nobody sit on the bed. I wouldn't
Lucia
recommend
will
it
like
either.
very, very sheepishly and honestly, really guilty looking, just like sit down on the bed, and then as she does, just crunch.
Oh, come on.
If the bed is
Come on, ew,
crunchy.
stop.
I'm gonna go take a seat over here and like tuck my knees up to my chest and like hold Dollop.
Ark is going
I'm
to-
standing firm. I ain't
Ark is
afraid
gonna-
of him.
Go ahead. What is Ark doing?
Ark is going to just like take a position by the door, just like leaning up against it, kind of like blocking it.
As if you're the one we're scared of right now.
All right. Well, I suppose we're strange bedfellows at this point. Let me think for a second. I know it wasn't your idea, and he points to York. Certainly wasn't yours, and he points to Lucia. You, I think,
I did
could.
it. I did it. I'm sorry. I did it.
And he just kind of like shoots you a glare. And then he kind of looks to Lobra and he says, "You might have just been harebrained enough to think up this concoction, but I don't think you could have successfully pulled it off. But you two," and then he kind of points two fingers between Farron and Twyla,
Ugh.
and he just says, "Now that is quite the culprit."
We're sorry, okay? Like,
All right. Your apologies taken. I forgive you. Now, I think, at
Just
the very
like
least, I think you guys owe me an explanation at this point. Friend
Okay.
here, the quiet one, was saying something about an invitation.
Oh,
Well,
I kind of know
right.
what's going on. I like this guy.
we were just discussing something of rather dire importance.
What's the paper?
And Ark is going to ask for whoever has the paper to hand it to him.
I'll just
For
say I have it
Rictavio.
since I'm closest to him, so I'll just say
And
here.
Ark's gonna, as he reads it, Ark's gonna give a brief explanation about the fact that we're new in Barovia, and we've already met Strahd twice, and both times requested a formal invitation before actually going to his manor, and now one has actually arrived. And we're
Basically,
not
we've been
entirely-
avoiding him to the best of our ability, but
Sorry, I muted myself there for
our
a second.
luck is only... Our luck's gonna run out eventually.
We've already had one of our number be, I don't know if it was charmed or something strange came over them, and they just went with Strahd willingly.
Hi, Quimdom.
Mm.
Hey, Quinton.
Your circumstances are not enviable. I'll put it that way.
You don't fucking say.
I was literally just about to say that, Queen.
To be honest, I feel like a mouse being played with by a cat at times.
That would be about accurate.
That's what vampires like to do, don't they? Play
And
with
it
their
is
prey.
for that reason that I'm not going to ask for it back. I think it's better suited in your hands right now than it is in mine. Suffice it to say, I think he wants the same thing out of you as he does with me. Fortunate, for me at least, that he does not know my location.
How did you manage to hide your location from him?
There's no getting around it now, I suppose. And he kind of takes off his hat. And the moment he takes off his hat and holds it at his chest, his
Bald.
entire fucking form completely changes.
Oh.
From like
Oh.
from a half-elven man to a slightly taller, thin but sturdy looking, very silvered, kind of older, more mature man.
Wait a minute.
Do we have an image in NPCs that we could get?
I can post one.
Yeah, let
Fair
me
enough.
see this.
Farron
Everyone has
underwear
a number.
dropping at the ready.
No, 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 no,
That's
no,
the
no,
tone of that voice.
I heard... I'm just curious. I want to see what...
Farron, you've already
He's not like Silver Fox. He's more like
No, he looks like...
Oh, he looks like Count
He
Olaf.
looks like Percival von Frederickstein de Rollo III if he
were like
16.
40 years older.
Like
Yeah.
end of campaign 2 type looking.
He literally looks like a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, that was the other
Yeah.
one. I was
God, like
thinking.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Oh.
see.
Yeah, seriously,
Alright.
Professor Van Helsing.
Well, I imagine this will be a little bit of a shock to you all.
What was
And,
the cat for then?
What was the cap you said?
The cat.
Oh,
Like the tiger.
He just
saber-toothed
kinda-
tiger.
he just kind of like grips his hat a little bit and he says, "That's my own business. I won't be getting into it now."
Okay,
That's
then I will like stop asking questions about it.
I now understand far more why you were unwilling to, well, give us more information yesterday.
Yes, I'm not in an enviable position myself. I have to guard my identity very carefully. That said, I've
What's your
known you
real
all
name?
for a very short amount of time, and I have to trust that when you go speak to this man, that you won't reveal anything about my whereabouts or my identity. My name
I mean,
is
we don't
not
even know who you are yet.
Rictavio. You can call me Rudolph. Van
Rudolph
Richten.
the red-nosed reindeer.
No,
I'm
no.
seriously
Had a
gonna-
very
I
shiny
just
nose.
You knew that was gonna
I just
happen.
imagine Farron just like turning into a reindeer just for that skit.
Truth be told, it's probably better you reveal as little as possible about yourself. With Strahd's means, we don't know exactly what, what he can and cannot do just yet.
I'm afraid that ship is more than sailed at this point. I've been studying this very enemy of mine for some time. It's been taking more time than I would have initially liked. He's got more means than most of the foes that I've faced could ever hope to have had. And yet, to tomorrow night, like it or not, it seems as though you'll be seeing him yourself.
Do you think...
How do you-
I'm gonna speak up at this point.
Sure.
Do you think taking this to the dinner is a bad idea?
Well, it's not up to me anymore. But what I would say is,
Is he gonna take it?
If he takes it
Oh.
from us, we bail.
Do you think he'll know we'll have it?
Quentin
like, if we
redeemed a
hide it?
potion.
who's taking that potion?
We already
I
know.
don't think
who's
he'll know
taking
we
that
have it.
potion.
What I'm thinking is if it
Oh
gets
my-
seen on our person.
Yeah.
Oh my god. There you go, Derek.
So I think I can just have it in my pocket or something.
Yeah, that should be
I
fine.
think the Count is an unusual character. He's monstrous, no doubt, but still holds all the pomp and circumstance of a nobleman. If he invited you, promised you safe passage, well, that's something to bank on. What I would say is that if that goes poorly, falls through, you'll want that little trinket on you. Might be your best chance of making it out of there.
Heard.
Thank you for the
So
hygiene,
you're a
Zippy.
vampire hunter.
Thank you.
Good to know. Thank you.
Of the sorts.
Do you?
Or at least
Is that
I
what
was.
those weird things on the table were?
Those are unfinished projects. And I thank you for not taking them as well as anything else.
So you're sort of
Honestly,
like
felt bad taking anything, but
a tinkerer of sorts,
You want to call it that?
but like a monster hunter?
That, I certainly have been at many points in my life. Right now, I'm in... Well, I regret to say it. There's no other way to put it. I'm in hiding.
That's fair, considering the foe you face.
Yeah,
Understand.
should
I
consider
really
that,
don't
everyone.
blame you.
we should consider that, yo. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
I
Let's just
don't
live in
know.
Barovia now.
If
I
we
don't
didn't
think we have
have
the same means that our
No.
friend here has.
A little ASMR for you guys as I pour the shot. Ooh.
Ooh, satisfying.
You mean
not
your
to
potion?
mention we have
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Irina
Potion of
staying at
shower.
that church. I don't want to just disappear and not know if she's going to be safe or if
The
she's going to
church
be
is safe.
taken.
All right,
That-
your
It's
your
a
pretty friend.
Concentrate.
How
For how
safe
long?
is the church?
Until
Yeah.
someone takes the bones again, which and that if it happens again, that's out of our control.
Yes,
We
but I
can't
wouldn't
be
want to
idly
just.
sitting down and watching the bones.
I can tell you that the chapel was the only safe place in this godforsaken town for some time before the bones were taken. Now that they're back, she might be safer there than anywhere else. You'd be a
That's
fool
good to
Taking her
to.
with us is a worse idea.
You'd be. I tend to agree with your. With your
Wait, what did
friend
you
here.
say?
Taking her anywhere but the church.
Oh no,
is
I
a
don't want to
horrible
take her
idea.
anywhere. I was just saying I'd feel really bad if we all just like dropped off the face of the earth and never like talked to her again. You know, like
I mean, we're obviously coming back to the town.
yeah.
I'm gonna raise my hand like I'm in class, like waiting to ask a question.
Ark is gonna point and ask if Twyla has anything that they would like to add, seeing that they seem shy about this.
I'm gonna
Teacher's
say,
pet.
You should
Should-
know about this too.
should we? You should know about this too. The fucking beam. I'm gonna put my hand out and I'll say, should we tell him about the stuff in the coffin shop?
Oh yes.
As he's as you're talking, he's kind of going from window to window and kind of looking out each, and then like covering them up with the curtains. And then he's just kind of he stands at the edge of the bedpost.
Oh, you might not want to touch those curtains. I wouldn't. Well, I did.
The
What are you doing
curtains!
here?
It's
The
fine. It's
curtains!
God damn, on the
fine, it's
curtains?
fine.
I thought you said you didn't go crazy.
It's fine. He already touched them. Sorry, just pretend I didn't say anything.
He kind of was like wiping his hand off on his
Gerda,
jacket
thank you so
a
much
little
for the
bit.
resub.
Love you, Gerta.
Oh,
my god, I'm so happy to see you.
It should have been me, not him. Okay.
since we're
Should we
Here.
tell him?
I think it's.
Yes.
I wouldn't think it's a bad idea.
when we were investigating the bones and managed to take them back from the coffin maker, we happened to notice that there were signs of undead in his shop.
Hmm.
We weren't sure exactly what to do. It seems that the guard doesn't take kindly to outsiders around here.
What,
we
old
don't wanna make
Vandervoot?
Yes.
I'll admit
Robert stole his cheese.
I turned a blind eye to that. I'll wager. Wouldn't have thought him. Seems so, I don't know, feeble, uninterested.
Which is
I don't know
exactly
if it
why
was
they
the-
targeted him.
Makes sense.
Doesn't seem to be his idea, to be honest.
And then
He was met by a person in a skull mask.
Black hair.
Does that mean anything to you?
I know her, or I've seen her anyway. I don't know her name. She's one of those that resides at Ravenloft.
Oh.
Oh god damn, we're fighting the maid?
Do you think that perhaps, knowing that we would hide Arena in the church, they tried to take the bones so that she wouldn't gain their protection?
They'll have a hell of a hard time doing it.
The bones were gone before you arrived in this town. Those were taken because, I have to imagine, the church was a haven. They had some sort of plan for the church.
The gravedigger coerced a boy, bribed him, stealing the bones. I imagine they can't even enter themselves.
I almost wonder if, while we were on our way here, Strahd planned this ahead of time, knowing that we would bring her somewhere safe, like a church.
I don't think
this.
we've
I don't think this
factored
is
into
Strahd's doing.
No?
Well, I suspect not anyway. If you
Simply
you
put,
speak of
Barovia's just full of assholes.
Maybe so.
He's tended to be entirely uninterested with Vallaki. It's one of the reasons that I reside here now.
Truth be told, the more I learn, the more it seems like we've stepped in one big pile of shit.
That's one way to put it.
You could say
I'm-
that again.
I've been living in that pile of shit for many months now.
Are there
You
other?
live in piles of shit?
I mean, it does help to throw out.
Literally, Lucia. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it does help to throw off the scent trail, if you know what I mean.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Is there any information? Oh, sorry.
Listen, I won't hold you up long. But if you mean to honor this invitation, man, it could be that you don't have a choice. I'd make sure that you go there prepared. Whatever he is, he's monstrous, first and foremost. So, if you want
I think
to...
the wine cast are gonna have to take a backseat to everyone. Festival might
I
have
agree.
a late tavern, and I think we're just gonna have to accept that.
You were saying that in character?
Yeah, like she's basically saying, yeah, we like, as much as I feel bad for the town because it has been super nice to us, this is priority. Like this, there's like no reason we shouldn't be prioritizing this.
I know. I feel like this takes precipice, as much as I hate to say it. I did it again. I used the wrong word. I know what I mean.
We understood though.
Alright, well, whatever happens, I'll be waiting for your return. And it could be I'll be waiting for some time, if all goes poorly. That said, sounds like you have a little bit of time left. If there's any way I can be of assistance, anything I can offer to you.
What would you recommend?
Any more useful
Good.
equipment?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. If there was anything potentially that maybe instead of stealing, we could buy off of you to aid in our endeavors.
What'd you have in mind?
Well, on the way in here, we ran into a couple of werewolves. And we
Oh,
knew
Oh shit, group potions?
Nah, son of a bitch.
Again?
Why are we
Good
gonna max your
lord.
redeem limit on that?
There
Here we go,
is.
Here we go.
All right.
All right, cheers, everyone.
cheers.
Oh boy. Oh, that one fought me a bit.
And
Yay!
when we
It's
were
fighting
fighting
back.
the werewolves, we didn't really have enough protection. Silvered weapons, I mean.
Just a second.
Do you have anything like that that could possibly aid us in our endeavor back, just in case we happen to run into them again? I know, I'm
They're
That's
fucking
not-
dying right now.
That's not Rudolph, that's me.
Rudolph, you good, man? Like,
Excuse me, I'm old.
He's just like crunching in the corner.
On the floor.
Ah, he's back.
I've been around.
Oh, okay.
I have been around this entire time.
Been quiet.
If it's silvered weapons you're looking for, I can be of assistance there. What variety are you looking?
Well, I'd love a dagger.
And he kind of reaches into it, the same jacket pocket, that he reached in when he was vaguely threatening York, pulls out a dagger
Oh my god.
in a sheath, and he tosses it directly to you
I catch it.
Arrows? Out of curiosity.
in the wagon.
Do you perhaps have a sword, or know of a place where I can get a sword silvered?
I've
You have
got
a
one of
dag.
those too.
I
Maybe
would
a
appreciate
rapier?
that greatly.
Don't know if I have one of those, but if you give me yours in a short amount of time, I can see to it.
Before we have to leave, maybe?
I can do that.
I'm gonna just like shyly hand him, like pass over the hilt of my rapier. How's Dollop looking, by the way?
Dollop is like on your shoulder. He's got his eyes squinted a little bit and is really puffed. Looks like a puffball.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? My modifier to my ranged attacks, like not spell attacks, is 5.
Nice.
Pretty
It's
good.
insane.
I'm going to chime in here too and just say, end the tiger.
No,
What about it?
we are
It's
not taking
It's not
tiger.
right that that creature is kept in a cage while you're in hiding, living in some sort of squalid condition. I think it could be of great use to our party.
Lobrin?
While
No,
I don't
Everyone's
have-
immediately just
What?
gonna start berating Lobrin.
While I don't have experience with that type of creature specifically, I do have some with animals generally. I think it would behoove us to have an advantage like that.
That thing
Wouldn't
is
you-
gonna kill us!
Lobrin,
He
I
didn't
tend
want
not
to
to
talk
agree
about
with
the
you.
saber-toothed tiger.
It's because
earlier,
I'm on your
remember?
side that I'll tell you earnestly that I'm not going to give you that beast for your sake.
He still needs protection. We're taking his stuff. Like, he needs that.
Yeah, and even then, I don't want it to eat us.
She's got a mission to fulfill of her own, I'm afraid. So until that's done, can't risk being part with her.
A mission of our own.
Of a sort.
Oh, it's another druid. They're just into weird shit.
They're just into weird shit. What do you
From a
mean? Like,
wild
you
shape.
say that as if... I don't know. They had a different life or something.
I won't go into it too much.
Hmm.
Didn't go into
I
it at
won't-
all.
We won't pry. We're grateful for the help you're
Obliged.
providing.
Thanks for the dagger. Do you want anything in return?
What is it
Boobs?
you can offer me?
Well, I've got some gold. If you wanna, I can give you some gold.
Lobin
Got no
has
use for
melons.
I have
Sold!
Let me see. What if I traded you my regular dagger for this silver dagger? It's not a very good trade, but I feel bad just taking something from you and giving you nothing in return.
So be
Oh,
it.
we were fine stealing with him 20 minutes ago.
Ark is also going to offer up his regular sword in exchange for the silvered one, plus like a few gold. If...
I just give him my regular dagger, know that I have the silver one.
This is my
Why don't
only
you-
weapon, so I'm gonna have to come back for my rapier.
Yeah, that's gonna be important.
Okay.
I have spiritual weapon.
He takes it, and he, sword, dagger, and rapier. And he just kind of gives you all a nod and says, "Generous enough. I can make do." Anyway, it's not like they're being used too much right now. Though I may want to see about the old coffin maker's place. If you've left some work there undone.
Yep.
We did.
We had the bones. We didn't want to risk.
What about with that there artifact of yours? Feeling any better about revisiting it?
I was considering it.
I'd hate to leave unwelcome guests.
That wouldn't
Yes,
eat into our time, right? Going in there, murdering 18 people, and then leaving.
18.
We don't know how many in there. Could be like
Oh,
a
we're
clown
talking
car in
about-
that coffin.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that
yeah.
was my only weapon, so...
Tell you what, if you follow me to my carriage, I'll see what I can get for you.
And you'd help us try and cleanse that home?
I can't do that. At least not right now, but may want to learn about them, see what I can glean. If anything goes wrong and one of them gets away, reveals my identity, I could be in no short amount of trouble.
Understandable.
Would there be trouble if we tried to do it on our own? Like, would the guards be...
I mean, they'd probably hear the ruckus, but we could probably dip out before anything happens.
Would they really be that opposed to us destroying some undead that are in their town?
Yeah, it's kind of like a I don't care what the law thinks here.
I
At
mean,
the
like,
very
I'd
least,
be grateful personally.
what I can do for you is stay in proximity and distract any guards that intend to come near. Though I doubt any will. It's a relatively abandoned part of town.
Yeah, that part too. It's also just like not a popular area.
If we can have that extra little bit of security, I would greatly support clearing that place out. I don't like leaving the undead to suffer.
You know, we can't really help with the wine this time, but maybe if we got rid of those undead, it'd still be like, you know, we're helping before we leave.
I think we should very much tell the tavern keep that we won't be able to get his wine. We received an invitation.
At least not until after Wednesday, as
What?
Derek put it.
You helping old Erwin?
We
Yeah,
were supposed
casting
to.
wine, and then all this happened.
Just do it when you come back.
A day late. That's my thought. Yeah, like we it's not like we're never doing it. We can just be late and just say shit got in the way. It's
We
not a
can turn
lie.
up in the middle of the festival with a bunch of wine, and everybody
And
will
we
be
can
super
save
happy.
the party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be, like saving the party.
Yeah!
Not the worst
Mardikovs,
kind.
the Mardikovs are good stock. They deserve any help you give them, but I'm afraid what they're asking might take more time than you have.
What do you mean?
Indeed.
They're
Well,
saying the same thing. We basically like it. Just take it. This is going to take longer than we wanted to.
Oh, okay.
We're
I
not
didn't
going to
know
be able
if
to
you knew
get to the
something,
wine
like-
place, come back, and then go to
Okay,
Castle
that
Inn.
I
Yeah.
knew. I just didn't know if he meant like he knew something about that wine place or something. I didn't know if that's what he meant. Never mind.
I cannot tell you how much I appreciate all the help you've given us. This is truly a blessing.
You can
I did not
thank me when you return, if you return. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not laying too much stock in it just yet.
Oh, well,
Enough
that's
stock to give us the
comforting.
medallion.
I'm not gonna make any false illusions about your situation. I've seen a lot of people like you come in and out of this place.
Hmm.
Do you have any recommendations on how to, well, how to deal with the good count?
Hmm.
Throw grains of rice on the floor. You'll be forced to count all of them.
That's Fae, not vampires.
Is that a Fae thing?
Yes, it is.
Well,
I pulled that out of my ass. That was like not even like.
Yeah,
supposed to be
uh,
emergency
Next
here.
time
One
I'm
of the-
mad at me, I'm throwing a bag of rice on the ground.
One of the
Oh, no.
one of the old English folk tales with fairies are that if you throw anything on the ground, they
Yeah.
have like an OCD thing where they're like forced to
Count
count it.
every grain of sand.
Not, I doubt I'll
One,
ever be mad at
two.
Mina, but if I am,
If you are, you could, you know.
I don't think
erase.
anyone's ever been mad at Mina.
yeah, she's a sweetie.
I will be.
No!
Everyone-
no,
Everyone
it's
can be
impossible.
Just to be contrarian.
You know what? Fair. I support that actually.
Well,
Hashtag hate me.
All right, so he said that he could take us right now to his
sure.
thing
So-
for Twyla's blade.
Yeah, as well as for a couple exchanges real quick. So why don't we go over to
Just exchange the weapons.
Valaki real quick, because it sounds like that's well you guys will be spending. the
Actually,
majority of your
okay,
day.
never mind.
Sorry, what?
I was gonna ask if I could talk to him privately before we do this.
Okay, sure. Before you switch anywhere, sure. Go ahead and ask.
Well, I was gonna, as we go to leave, I was gonna, ask if maybe I could talk to him off, somewhere private, whatever room he was staying in, or...
He'll give you a nod and give you a flick of his head to the room he was staying in. And then kind of look to those and say, just a moment, I'll be right with you. Wait for us downstairs.
No problem.
Okay.
One moment, everyone, I just...
He seemed awfully nice.
I'm just gonna whisper to Favorite, I'm gonna go, I'd like to apologize personally.
Do you think I should too?
Yeah, it's alright.
But
I'm not that angry at
Um,
you.
well, I'm not in
I
the
came
room
here.
yet.
No, but he heard you.
Okay, can we still talk privately?
Okay, so I'm in Velaki right now. I don't know where you're moving your...
No, I'm like still in the tavern because I thought we was gonna go talk in
Right,
Marky's
right, right,
room.
right. Hold on real quick. Move you here and
God
there.
damn, what's his passive perception?
I was obliged to use...
Motherfucker's
to use
really,
Theater of
probably
Mind here.
really high.
He's old, you know.
But I feel like it would go down then.
He's not...
He's also on the run, so he probably is like constantly overly aware.
Yeah, he's kind of like
Bro's got the paranoid trait like I do.
By the way, did he disguise himself back again?
Yeah, he's got his hat on.
He put his cap on,
The moment, before he even stepped out of the room, he put his hat on.
and he turned back into a half-elf?
Yeah.
Okay. So as we step
he
in
turned
and...
into Yams guy.
Can I get to the yams? As we go in, I'm gonna set Dollop down on the table.
He perches with a little hop.
And I'm gonna turn to face him, and I'm gonna take a deep breath, and I'm gonna say, you've been very forgiving and understanding. And I just want to tell you that I am incredibly sorry for taking your private belongings. It wasn't right, and we should have just thought of a better way to go about all of this, but I didn't really know how, and to be perfectly honest, and then I'm just going to, my skin color is going to completely fade to gray, my eyes are going to go to white, and all of my hair turns white. I'm turning back into a changeling.
Whoa.
I never saw it coming.
Wild shock.
He kind of squints his eyes a little bit, and he kind of runs his fingers through his facial hair, and he says,
Oh, the art changed.
"It's I pride myself on being observant of my surroundings, but that's something you don't see every day around these parts."
I understand a bit of how you're feeling, and what you have to do, and I don't know, I wanted to talk to you privately, because I do feel incredibly bad about all of this.
Listen, Twyla, was it?
Yeah.
If you're going to do something,
Everyone's
Do
losing
it.
their mind.
do it 100%. Don't feel bad about it. Truth be told, I don't feel any particular way about you taking what you took. It's not like it's been used recently. It's been in storage for some time. I've been planning and plotting, but otherwise just in hiding, not doing the job I was coming here to do. So, if it's something you can do, while I figure my own circumstances out, then who am I to stop you?
Do you mind if I ask you how you came across this? Like, do you know anything about it?
No, not really, to be honest. I found it amongst the Vistani. They didn't hold it in any high regard while I was traveling with them into the valley for the first time. Bought it for incredibly little. They thought it was some trinket of some kind. Certainly not for what it was worth.
It seems to be quite the impressive item. I mean, I spent all night examining it, and I don't know, it's just, there's something incredibly special about this. I was
That
hoping
one's
it'd
got
have some kind of
history
crazy
behind
story behind it.
Nothing so crazy, I'm sad to say. But maybe you'll be able to make one using it.
I'm gonna give him a nod, and I'm gonna extend my hand out to shake his hand.
He does so.
As I shake his hand, I'm gonna give him a nod and say, the name's Evie.
You have a
Evie,
different
huh?
name too? You lied to us.
You lied to me! But for
Favorite is
potions!
going to be devastated.
I'm gonna ask his favorite note.
Cheers
Favorite
everyone.
didn't know.
Lied to
More
me.
potions?
Oh yeah, I redeemed it for the reveal. Derek.
Oh, fuck me.
Derek, I'm so sorry.
So he shakes your
Sorry.
hand and says, "That's a name that suits you. I
Well,
hate to see you in this position where you're not living a truth. I know
as
what that's like."
at this, I'm gonna turn back into the half-elf Twyla, And I'm gonna say, well, to be perfectly honest, Twyla Starbrook isn't the most creative thing I've ever come up with, so...
Yeah, you fucking Twilight Sparkle sounding ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Twyla Starbrook as a name for an elf is kind of ringing like John Johnson, but points for trying, I suppose.
It was all I could think of. I'm
What
an
element is
academic,
Twyla?
not a creative.
Alright, well, there's very few elves around these parts, so no one's really gonna be checking you on that.
I have that in my favor at the very least. And I'm gonna scoop Dollop up, but I'm gonna say, and this is
Hello.
Dollop.
Another elf here.
So he's going to kind of like squat on his knees a little bit to lower himself, and he's gonna put his finger out. He's gonna be like, "Hello, Dollop. You a friend of mine?"
Oh, is Dollop a friend of his?
He kind of like looks really wary at first. He's kind of like floofs his feathers, and then does an ever so tiny steppy, but looks real nervous about it.
Oh, this is such good. This is good stuff, Dollop.
It's only a moment or two of like time spent with Van Richten before he flies right back to you.
Well, that was progress if I've ever seen it. And before I go to make for the door, I'm just gonna turn and look to Rectavio quotations over my shoulder. I'm gonna say, if the time ever came to it, would you ever stand against him?
I'd do what I could. I've been waiting for some time for that very moment, hoping it would present itself. Maybe it never will.
It will.
But-
I would
Okay.
hope in us.
He raises a hand real quick. He says, "Before you go, I just need to let you know, all of the other strategies used against standard vampires don't seem to work against the Count. Stakes, running water, even full daylight in the valley.
Garlic.
None of it seems to really faze him.
I mean, daylight
You
doesn't
fine.
hurt him?
Not in this valley, at the very least."
Well, that is good to know. And that's actually why I asked, because I have a feeling that that time is gonna come sooner than you might think.
He kind of like lets out a heavy sigh. He looks like at this moment like pretty tired. But then he nods, kind of like adjusts his hat a little bit, and he says, "Maybe I've lived long enough."
Oh. That's very
Maybe not long enough yet. And I'll do like a smile.
Whoa.
He's starting to sound like Mark.
Just let me die already! And at that, I'll rejoin with the rest of the group.
And he walks out behind you and kind of comes downstairs, sits at a table.
And we're getting swords and stuff now?
Okay, so I do just want to say,
Sounds
this is
strange.
gonna fuck with
And then
me
go.
really badly, because changelings are entirely different in second edition. They're more similar to like what are they called, Hexborn?
Oh, Hexbloods, like Mira was?
Yeah. Yes. What?
It was on her character sheet.
I forgot about that. But yeah,
We're learning a lot about our friends today.
changelings and Pathfinder are Hexbloods, and like, so this is entirely new to me. So I'm gonna hear y'all say changelings, like, wait, they can do that in this?
Understandable.
It's
It's
not
different
like-
If you
systems.
ever tell Farron, you better break it to her easy, cause she gon' cry.
Oh. Okay, let me get your minis in here real quick.
No.
Yeah,
No.
no.
None.
Okay. Takes you. So at this point, it's pretty early in the morning. And you can see that people at this point are sort of ramping out and doubling their efforts for the festival in only 2 days' time. Do I have everyone? Am I missing anyone? Oh, Lobrin.
And me.
I don't think I'm on
Do
the
we
board.
need Lobrin?
Yes, you are.
Yes, we need Lobrin.
Really?
I see Lucia. Yeah, we're all on the board now.
Here I am.
I was gonna say I saw everyone but
I'm putting
Lobrin.
you in a
I am.
farther place than I have before.
Are Lobrin's retainers joining us on this excursion?
You're killing me.
You can theater mind him. It's not a huge deal.
Nope, here they come.
Yay!
This is a really nice map. I like this map.
I like his retainers.
Yeah, no, I'm amazed.
I like
that
gonna
they're alive.
Bruenor.
I'm amazed
Yeah,
that they're
Bruno's my
alive.
favorite.
I'm also amazed that they're alive. Like, oh my god.
I
And
didn't.
my ex.
I
I'm
thought at
amazed
least one would.
Bruno didn't know what breakfast beer was.
Oh, he knows. Maybe not by that name, but he knows. Okay, so he takes you over to his carriage, and you can see that in the daylight hours, Rudolf van Richten, as his proper name is much more wary
He's Van
about
Helsing.
about who about being subtle about going to the stockyard, which is otherwise a very abandoned part of town. It's literally just a couple storage sheds and an old rundown building that doesn't seem to have much activity to it. He leads you there, eyes constantly darting about, head on a swivel, and then he's just kind of like, all right, nice and quiet then. And he opens up the wagon that you had done just the same to the night previous. The lock, after all, was mended.
Was mended!
Is it in
but
better condition now than it was previously?
Frankly, probably because that thing was ancient.
Uh-oh. Lucia, you made it too good!
No.
You did too
fixed
good
it.
of a job.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm repairing the lock.
he beckons you forward and kind of keeps the wagon's doors like a little like half closed, ajar, and he just kind of like starts kind of looking through the wagon. You can hear some rummaging. At this
It'd be
point,
really funny if like I fucking locked him out of his own wagon.
the cage at the back lurches a couple times, but doesn't move so much once Rudolph gets into the wagon proper.
I'll nudge
And then,
Lobert and go, you really wanted that thing?
He'll reply. Well, I just thought it could have been useful for our mission.
I have a feeling that it might be a person, Lobert.
Well, I don't think so. It looks like a tiger to me.
That's really good.
I can't technically argue with that.
Damn, look at that cat.
And he just kind of like he comes out with a pretty pristine looking long sword in a sheath, and he says, "This was for you, Ark, wasn't it?"
Yes, I greatly appreciate that. And I'm going to offer him my previous longsword.
He tips his
Trade.
cap at you and trades it, and you have yourself a silver longsword.
Plus a pouch with some gold. Let me get exactly how much gold Ark has.
Gives you a big old smile. Comes, and then he goes back into the wagon, kind of just some rustling, some jangling of metal equipment, and then comes out with a quiver of 20 arrows. Tosses it to you, Lucia.
Ooh.
And then he says, let's see if your aim's any good. Don't waste those.
I've been practicing. How
You
many was
practice-
it?
It's 20. And he says, if you practice enough, you can come see me. Maybe you'll have better use of some of my other equipment.
By the way, Ark is going to give him 5 gold for the longsword.
He takes it. And gives you a bit of a grin. And he takes the rapier and he kind of hangs it in the wagon. He says, come find me in a couple hours' time. I should be able to do some work on this.
Alright. And then I'm gonna turn to everyone and go, I can still technically do things, it's just gonna be a little harder.
Won't take me too long. I'll work fast.
I think we can kill a few hours a time. And then we'll go fight some ghosties.
Yeah, that's true.
Indeed.
Is anyone else getting anything?
Unless he's got something that could boost my AC.
That is a necklace of garlic.
Alright.
Right now, Jesus.
Nothing. I got what I wanted.
I think I'm okay.
If we're gonna
Unless he
kill a
does.
couple hours, is it okay if I, like, pull Lucia off to somewhere really private?
Mm-hmm.
Why do people just want to keep bringing me places?
I'm gonna pull
I
you
also
off.
wanted to talk to Lobern quickly, actually, after you guys do
All
that.
right, let's go with time bubble number 1. Lucia and Twyla, go!
It's just a quick little thing. I'm just gonna say, Lucia, we don't really have a lot of time for group conversation, it seems like, but I did a lot of research on this artifact that we've come across, and I've come to the conclusion that I think you would probably be the best suited for this. I feel like you could make the most utility out of it, and it seems to be a holy relic of some kind, so maybe you could connect with it a little better. And I'm gonna very sneakily pass it to you.
She'll like try to grab it, drop it, it starts rolling, and then she'll just grab it.
Twilight looks horrified.
Kidding, she'll just take it.
What is both of your passive perception?
That's gonna be a
10 plus wisdom? Or 10 plus perception?
10 plus wisdom, and if you're proficient, you add that too, right?
For 14, because I am not
Yeah.
proficient in fucking perception for some reason. That's so weird.
Okay.
So I guess that.
Okay. Good. And is that all you wanted to
That's
do
all.
with your little
I just wanted to give her the thing.
If they see us with it, that's just more like a, oh shit. I ain't scared who sees it.
All right, let's go to time bubble number 2. Lobrin and Farron.
So Farron's gonna walk up to Lobrin and she's gonna say, "Hey Lobrin, you've been kind of quiet today. Are you alright?
Yes, just tired after the events of last night, I suppose.
Are you maybe sad that you didn't get the mount that you hoped for?"
The mount. Been grinding 200 hours to get this mount! No, I'm kidding.
It didn't drop yet.
It didn't drop. No. It would have been a nice boon to the party, but ultimately, it is Rudolph's to do with as he wishes.
He's just kind of... How close are you to Rudolph when you say that?
I'm wherever we're standing, which is probably like outside of the wagon.
Okay, and he's just gonna pop his head outside the wagon real quick, and he's gonna give you a finger to his lips and kind of a sharp look.
Sorry.
It's Rictavio.
Octavio.
In this town, it's Rictavio.
I forgot his name. It's something with an R, I knew it
He
was.
kind of like looks around a little bit. He looks genuinely nervous, and then he goes back into his wagon.
Amazing job, Lobrin.
Very on brand for the character.
That is on brand.
Lobin Riz.
Well,
That's how we win. We just offer Strahd to see Lobrin's tits.
There
if we
you go.
see any potential worthy steeds on our way back, maybe we could trade for one or just take one. I know you've really been looking for a horse.
Lucille kind of, like, as they're returning, can't you turn into one?
Maybe. But I'd rather not.
Would be a little strange, but I'm not opposed to the idea.
I'd rather not be Lobrin's horse.
Maybe
That's fair.
Rictavio knows where we can get a horse.
Oh yeah, Rictavio, do
The
you know
horse
where
store.
we can get a horse?
The horse store.
Where's the nearest horse store? Is that what they call them here?
At this point, you can hear him working some billows right now. It looks like he's getting like a fire or like a forge going a little bit.
What's in that fucking wagon? Like, is that the fucking TARDIS?
And he coughs a little bit, and he's just like, "I'm sorry, did you say a horse?"
Where can we find a horse?
Horse seller.
Those are in short supply around these parts.
So that means they're really
Who would be a
pricey.
cavalier in these areas?
Well, maybe you could, truth be told, I think you might be in some dire straits around here. Very few horses to go around, and those that do, that do exist here are generally on pretty high price point.
What about a donkey? Lobrin, would you be okay with a donkey?
Oh my god.
Maybe something a little more dignified than a donkey. Why don't we go back to the idea where you do that shape-shifting thing into a horse?
Lobrin, I'm not gonna do that.
Just temporarily.
Temporarily? What, so I do all the walking on our journeys and you just get to sit and do nothing? That hardly seems fair.
That actually sounds pretty
Put it
good.
that way, it sounds quite good, yeah.
Yeah, for you, not for me, Lobrin.
He's laughing while he says all this. He goes, I know, it's a silly idea. It's not that important. Because, well, I will manage. And out of character, the Cavalier class is still very good with that amount.
I know.
I know, but it just seemed like Lobert really wanted to.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
wanted a damn mount.
Who's to say
Better-
that a
it's
donkey
better
isn't
with it.
dignified?
Laura just wants to ride someone. Just look.
Get a
Yeah,
majestic
donkeys
poodle.
are
Get a little
dignified.
burro.
Or a goat, or a sheep.
The goat might break under his armor.
Damn.
Like a really
Large
big
goat.
goat.
Like
Like
a
a
mountain
mountain
goat?
A ram. How about a ram?
There you go.
That's so mean to you.
That's
Lobrin,
that's
a ram?
dwarf mount.
A Dodge Ram?
Just drives the
Lobrin
truck.
would drive.
I love my Silverado.
Chevy
Lobrin would be
Silverado.
the guy that owns like a Dodge Ram 1500.
Is that horse a Mustang?
One hand on the wheel, one hand on the wheel, one hand out the window with a lance.
That'd be sick as fuck.
He has like the Dixie horn, and right before like he hits Strahd, it's just
Goes
He's got a
fucking
baseball
crazy.
bat, and he knocks over Valaki's mailboxes as he drives by.
Just drives it into Strahd's castle.
Well, we can keep our eyes out, and maybe, you know, the group that you were staying with, Twyla, they seem to have a few horses. Maybe they wouldn't mind with parting.
Oh,
I
with
think
one of
Lobrin
them?
tried that
yeah.
last time.
Oh, he did? Lobert, did you try
Yeah.
that last time? I
No,
wasn't paying attention.
No.
No, I didn't
I was
actually.
too
I
busy
meant
screaming at the handsome man who betrayed us.
We
out
gotta.
of character. I mentioned it when we walked up, but I didn't like actually approach anyone and be like, "Can I buy one of these?" or anything like that. So
Gotcha.
It'd be worth a shot if we pass through again.
You're right. Maybe we should talk to the Vistani.
After Strahd.
Well, yeah, we have to talk to Strahd first. But then, the Vistani could help, and I'm sure there's some other potential friends there that might have some better information for us.
Vertavio's voice kind of echoes out from the wagon as he
It's
works.
Rudolph.
and he says, wouldn't be going to the Vistani for anything you could get somewhere else. Wouldn't trust them for half a mile that you could throw them.
Well, they've been
That
very
sounds-
kind to me.
They
strange.
were very
Something
good to
very
us
far.
when we were staying with them.
Yeah, I'm sure they seem that way.
Oh, interesting.
What do you mean by that?
Octavio, are you racist?
Can you
I
elaborate?
can't tell if there's like backstory or racism going
Like,
on.
yeah, like,
Because
he did
does
say he
something
got a-
happen in your backstory to make you hate them.
Well,
Yeah,
if you turn to
probably.
page
Hand me your sheet.
220... No, I'm kidding.
Hand me your sheet. Rudolph.
I need your stat block.
His stat block's probably fucking nutty.
And at the bottom quote, quote of it is just, "I hate the Vistani." Yeah, what do you
Hates dwarfs,
what do you
is a
guys
dwarf.
legit? Do you guys what do you
Well,
legitimately?
I asked him, you know, well, what makes you say that? Like,
Oh, sure. And he says, half of those fiends, whatever you'll call them, are in league with Strahd. They do his bidding. The other half are perfectly fine with the first.
Yeah, some of them do work for Strahd.
Fair enough. In all honesty, I get the argument he's making.
So kind of a guilt by association.
Out of character. It's great that one of them read our fortune and is guiding our mission, and we don't know where on the 50-50 she falls.
yeah, I know. I've thought about that.
Would I know?
Let's take break real quick. Yeah, tea break, smoke break, whatever it is you gotta do.
Now's
We
the
will be
time
back
to do it.
at 8:42 after I have a short conversation and refill my drink because I still haven't had that last drink. And oh fuck me,
I'm gonna get
yeah.
some more sangria, I guess, and go find out what
Yeah.
Twyla would know.
I'm gonna
BRB.
go bathroom. Bye,
Perfect.
guys.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'll try to keep chat
Bye.
entertained by just like reading off the Twitch key number.
Hell yeah, that's what we like to hear. People being mildly entertained.
So Twilight is a changeling.
This is
I-
interesting. and This is not what I was expecting.
I don't know what changelings do in this system because they sound entirely different. Are they fae? Are they like witch-born still, or?
Well, I think changelings in 5e are fae. I think they were added in the Witchlight Carnival, if my memory serves me correct.
Gotcha.
But
I'm
we
very
don't
unfamiliar with
know.
them. Yeah, I don't know. I know nothing in character and out of character, which is kind of entertaining.
It leads to interesting moments. I kind of like when my character and me as a player is equally clueless about something.
Oh, I'm always clueless. I have no idea what the fuck's going on at any given time.
What system are we playing?
Aren't we playing like some kind of goobly gop type thing?
Playing the Nintendo.
Yeah, that's it. It's what we do. Oh boy, oh boy.
I'm very excited for the merchandise.
I might go make myself a pot of coffee real quick.
Yeah, you're good.
Because
I'm gonna try and get food because I have not eaten all day.
you should eat.
Yep.
Everyone should eat at least once a day.
I'm back. How's everyone
Welcome
doing
back.
tonight?
Good. I got too lazy to go make food, so I'm just having Cheez-Its.
Ooh. Cheez-Its.
I'm actually starting to write again too, so hopefully I can get that damn book out.
Oh, hell yeah. We love
Which
some
has led to
creative
a-
writing.
It has led to a really funny situation I'll have to talk about after stream.
Oh, sure. Ugh, I'm excited to just fight these undead in this carpenter house.
I'm really just expecting it's just gonna be like, give me your money, and then I just do the daylight thing.
Yeah, you can literally just blast, which spell is it? The sunlight spell at them now.
You think I should do it before or after? Like, I say I do it before, and then we open the box.
What's in the box? Well, would sunlight do anything? Well, depends on what undead these are. I guess we don't know that.
My thought is they're in a coffin shop. I like.
Oh, good point. I didn't even think about that.
Like it's a coffin shop. I'd be shocked if they were anything else.
I mean, they might. They could just be, like, quite literally a pile of bones that just comes to life.
If Skelly Man runs at us,
It could be Skelly Man.
that is one of my favorite things about like just fantasy. It was from like an interview with like the Darkest Dungeon developers, and they said like one of the main things that inspired them was just the idea of being an adventurer. And one of them was quoted in saying like, "I don't care if you give me like the +5 acts of dragon slaying. If I see a literal skeleton charging at me, I am running."
Yeah, fair enough. I still never completed Darkest Dungeon. I have to give it another try.
I have not been 1. I'm playing a lot of 2, but have not been either.
I just need to, like, take a
This-
fresh look at 1, because I feel like I just didn't really understand what I was doing going in, and, like, I just need a fresh look at it.
As soon as you look at the game as more of a resource management, including your units, you start making more progress.
So treat it more like Fire Emblem?
Kinda. Some of you may die, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Darkest Dungeon 2 is a lot nicer, in my opinion. Like, when it comes to that. Because it's just a roguelike. Like, you don't lose things permanently when you die.
Oh, okay.
If you just wipe, you start another run.
Oh, interesting.
Plus, it's just...
I am back.
Its art style is just one of the best things ever.
Do you need to, like, complete 1 to understand 2?
Lore-wise? Not entirely. It, like... It feels more prequel-esque. You're still going through, like... It's still a sequel, but the lore is mainly about, like, how things all gone to shit.
I will consider this, then.
It's being co-narrated... It's, like, narrated by the ancestor's friend rather than him. But it's still, you know, that dude's amazing voice.
And I'm back. Are we all back?
Thingy.
I think so.
I adore the Darkest Dungeon narrator's voice so much.
Zach, you back?
You went to go make coffee, I think. Or am I thinking of the wrong person?
Andy, did you make coffee?
I was going to make coffee, and I stared at the coffee pot, and I was like, I don't want to do
Alright,
this.
I'm
So I just
back.
took a
Sorry.
spoonful of coffee.
That's what I did making food. I just got a box of cheese.
All right. Welcome back.
Yeah,
everyone.
I decided just to eat like a spoonful of coffee grounds instead.
Oh.
Now that we're all back, I'm gonna go ahead and do a time skip here real quick. Is there anything anyone would like to do in the 2 to 3 hours that it takes for Rictavio / Rudolph Van Richten to silver this rapier?
Did we get his full name?
I'd like to think that Lobert and I just argue back and forth for 2 hours about why I will not be his mount. I feel like that'd be very in character.
We gotta think of every other way we could possibly phrase that idea without saying the word mount.
We
You
can
know,
ride Farron.
That's not better.
I know what I said.
Let me ride you, fair.
Oh!
Yeah, probably not the best.
And then,
framing.
like, the conversation stems from, like, her being a mountess. Okay, what would she look like as a horse? Would her hair still be green? Like,
Would you look like a My
I
Little
act-
Pony with, like, green hair and shit?
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
I'd like to think that, that if I was a horse, that I would be a brown one, but I'd like to think that my mane would be the color of my hair. I think that'd be fun.
Oh, that would be fun.
I just want my rapier.
Do you have
Let's
just, like,
time
a
skip
Google
2
Doc?
hours!
Time skip
Do
2
you
hours.
just have a Google Doc of every animal you can transform into? Like, out of curiosity?
Yeah, every animal. So with what CR level I can turn into, yeah, I generally know all of the ones that I
Alright,
can.
So 2 hours
The
later, and
knowing-
you
the
guys
knowing
just
about
all right,
the creature is a weird clause. Sorry.
yeah. Anyway, so are you guys? So we'll just say you guys have been waiting at the stockyard while he's been working.
You just
Yeah,
get rocks
in
and
the
shit.
area.
Okay.
Definitely not traveling too far.
So 2.5 hours pass, and he finally comes out with it's not like the finest work. You can tell he's not a blacksmith by trade, but it is a silvered rapier.
I
There
will
are some
mark that
areas.
down.
There are some areas where like The smoke work is kind of like there are like some fine lines a little bit, but it certainly will do as much damage as the other, and it's silvered now.
Okay, perfect. I wrote that down. I'll thank him for this.
Kind of tips his hat a little, and he says, "Been a bit out of practice, but should suit you."
Coffin maker?
Yeah, I
Coffin
think
maker.
that might be the next.
Let's go kill. Save
Wait,
some undead.
You guys
I
make your
don't-
way there, and I'll stay at a perimeter a little bit later on. I don't want to be seen walking with you too much.
I
That's
will
very
stay. Or I want to make sure. Was everyone there when I made my plan for this?
I don't know.
Okay, because we don't know what type of undead they are, but like it's a coffin store. So my assumption is some type of spawn. So my thought is before we even open the box, I'm going to activate one of the charges on like the medallion.
Okay.
It will just cast sunlight in the room for 10 minutes.
It uses 5 charges.
Do I
Can
have
we
that many
see?
charges?
It has 10 total, I think, right?
It has
the
6,
other
I thought.
1d6 plus 4 daily charge. Okay, so should I roll?
It regains 1d6 plus 4 charges daily at dawn, but I'm assuming it has max charges right now.
Yeah, it does.
What were the other effects?
Does have 10
Or
charges.
did you?
It has 10
charges.
It has
Yeah.
10 charges total. The first effect is hold vampires. As an action, you can expend 1 charge and present the holy symbol to make it flare with holy power. Vampires and vampires spawn within 30 feet of the holy symbol. When it flares, must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target is paralyzed for a minute. It can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turn.
I would say
Turn on-
hold the sunlight.
It has
Yeah, I
turn
would-
undead, and then sunlight is if you expend 5 charges, which is half of the charges it has, so you can use that twice on a full charge. You can shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. The light is sunlight and lasts for 10 minutes.
Quick
It
little
might be
clarification
better.
on the turn undead thing.
Yeah.
Is specifically if you have those trait or those features, you can expend 3 charges and then they have disadvantage on that save. So I think I'm the only one that can use that one, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Who's the
so
only cleric?
It even
seems-
says on the thing can only be attuned by a cleric or paladin
Or paladins too. Okay.
of good alignment. What's your alignment arc?
Is good, yes.
Anyway.
Is he though?
Maybe more neutral. He likes to think he's good.
I'm gonna make my way over to the coffin shop.
Same.
Okay.
Yep.
you all
Holy
go.
moly coffin! Holy moly coffin! shop.
Ark is going to spend the walk over, hyping everyone up to give them the 7 points of temp HP.
I'm also gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
7 temp
Hey, you didn't
HP.
forget.
Okay.
Okay, so let me do that. Highlight that so I know I have it active. Thank you for the 7 temp
I
HP.
am going to do this.
Can we tell at a glance to see if anyone is home?
At a glance, no, you can't.
Is the
Hey,
door still wide open?
No.
No? What was that?
The back door was.
No.
Mm,
You don't know.
okay.
I'll try to open the door.
It's wide open.
Oh, Derek!
I open the door.
Ow!
Okay, okay.
I
The door's
open
open.
the
Open the
door.
door!
Open
guys,
the
we're
door.
back
Are
for
you
your
a dog?
cheese, asshole.
The guy's
No, I'm a direwolf.
the guy's in there, and he's like sitting at his table, and he's got his head in his hands. And as you enter, without knocking, he kind of falls out of his chair and stumbles back to his feet and goes up
And
against back.
I'm gonna immediately like put a hand up in like a shush motion.
Say,
and then
you
I'm gonna,
can't
like,
keep doing this. You can't keep
I
breaking
lay
into my
my-
house.
I lay my hands flat, just kind of like tell him like we're here to chill.
Do you have any idea what kind of trouble you've made for me?
Okay, fuck this. I'm gonna go past him.
Listen,
Fuck, never mind.
there's something we discovered here yesterday that you might or might not know of. Are you aware that there are undead?
I told you not to. I told you not to open anything up.
We
We
didn't open it.
anything. I
Oh.
have an ability that allows me to
Oh.
sense undead. Uh,
I told you not to open it. We did it. Oh.
Don't worry, we didn't open anything. I have an ability that allows me to sense undead. Now,
How would
I
you
need
feel
to know,
if a man just came up to you and just said, "I have an ability. Don't worry."
I need to
How is
know-
he reacting to this dire wolf?
Sorry, sorry.
Yeah, boy,
Sorry,
I,
Artak, sorry.
he's just kind of like tucked away in a corner, and he looks really afraid and nervous, and he's just kind of like looking between all of you like you mean to do him harm. He says,
see, I'm gonna ask what he knows of these undead.
well, I don't know much about them. They spent a lot of time sleeping in those boxes up there, or at least they did. They're not here anymore.
What do you mean they're not here anymore?
Fuck.
It was late in the night last night. She came back, summoned him away. She had some terse words to spare with me. Said it was my doing. It weren't my doing. It was your doing.
Did you let her know that?
Couldn't get the words out.
If she comes
Good.
back, just feel free to blame us. My name is Art.
my name is Lucia. I live in Waterdeep. Go fuck yourself.
You should not face blame for what we did, but it's also important that those bones were returned.
Wait, so you mean that they're not up there anymore?
No, they left. They left after their machinations were spoiled.
Do you know if
Well, that's
they're
good.
still around or where they might have gone? Any idea?
No idea in the slightest. They left in the night.
I'm gonna sheath my rapier and go, I got all this done for nothing! And just kind of plap
Well,
my
not
hands
for
down.
nothing.
go.
We're still
I'm
going
gonna
to
say,
Not for
Strahd.
nothing.
I just wild shape for nothing, except it's gonna come out as
Like a husky, just like a...
Yeah, exactly like that.
What's that, Farron? You know where they are. Good boy, girl.
Actually, don't you have keen senses as a direwolf? Can you potentially track their scent?
That's a good idea.
I have keen hearing and smell, so I have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or smell. Yeah, I could try if the DM lets me.
Give it a shot with disadvantage, because they've been gone for a while.
But
So
they,
would that make it
would
just
you-
normal?
it'd be normal, yeah.
It's a normal ass roll.
Because I don't know how that works if they like conflict.
It
Right.
cancels each other out.
I'm just gonna roll 2 d20s because
Well, it's just
no,
a
no,
normal.
it'd just be a normal roll.
Oh. Well,
Well, the first one was a 10.
it
Well,
would
what is
bring
your-
it. The wolf's for some reason wisdom is only +1, so it's 11. So
Well,
it's definitely
you-
not high enough.
When you wild shape, you use your wisdom and intelligence modifiers.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
you keep your stats,
Oh.
right?
You,
Oh.
it's
Either
yeah.
way, you can smell the scent of death on the air, but as far as the direction as to where they've gone, definitely nothing's coming to you clearly.
Okay, well then
So
that
what is-
10 would have been a 14, but yeah, still not very high.
Lead the way, girl.
I'm gonna cross my arms and go, shit. And then look at Dollop.
He kind of,
This is-
Dollop kind of looks at you and goes, "Woo!"
Dollop, don't
This is
curse.
rather- This is rather
I,
troubling.
I
do you
will
wanna-
scratch Farron behind the ear.
Her tail starts wagging.
Might be worth looking around in town. I doubt they would leave after they spent so much effort. They might try something else. Concerned about the people of this town, though.
How many times can you sense undead in a day?
A few.
4.
Do you think maybe if we, well, I guess if we wandered around town, it wouldn't really do any good.
Oh, they have a +3 to perception, so that would have been a 13. Regardless, it doesn't matter, Mariah. It doesn't matter.
I don't have any spells that can help me with this.
Oh, yeah, I don't have any spells either.
Well, gang, what do we do now?
At this point, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh my god. What should we do? Should
Well, we
just
can't
make our
get the
way to-
wine, we can't get the undead. What are we
We didn't-
doing?
I'm dropping wild shape at this point.
Oh, I was gonna ask if we wanted to look around town and see if you can pick up the trail.
If we look around town, they'll raise eyebrows.
Yeah, I'm not walking around town as a direwolf.
Oh.
And I will keep scratching Farron's ear as you're out of wild shape.
Thanks, Lucia. It's really helping calm me down right now.
She's
I'm so
not
stressed.
looking at you, but she doesn't realize that you've changed back.
Oh, well then once I start talking, I'm gonna say, this is really helping me calm down. Like, even like...
Oh.
So Ark is going to go
She'll
up to the
blush
old
but
man,
not stop.
and say, do you know any information at all? These are undead. They can cause a lot of damage in this town. A lot of innocent people can be hurt.
It's not my business. It's not my business anymore. You don't
Well, it
handle
is now.
Get out of my house!
I'm making it
roll
your
insight
business.
check
Okay,
to
yes,
see
sir,
if
sorry.
He knows more than he's letting on.
I'm gonna go to leave.
I don't think he does.
I-
I'll walk out with Twyla too.
I
And can
want to
I-
try though.
Go
And can I
ahead.
roll intimidation as I say that?
Both of you go ahead.
All right, where's insight? Insight, and I'm touching myself right in front of him.
Oh,
I'm saying I don't trust you, old man. Oh, that's the at most. Yeah, that's only a 14.
To both of you, he just kind of scowls a little bit and he says, "Haven't you done enough already?
Oh, you're so dramatic.
Get
you've
out of
barely
my
done
house!"
anything. You've potentially ruined the lives of hundreds of other
Why
people.
are we guilt tripping this man? He
My
already
God.
I'm
You know,
leaving.
out of character,
I
I'm just
don't
gonna
care
say.
about them, and I don't care about you. And as you leave, he slams the door behind you.
Out of character, I'm just gonna throw this out there, gang. I think we just pretty much have to fast forward to the Strahd dinner. I think we just wasted all of our time.
Yep, I think so, dude. I'm
Well,
very
you got them-
frustrated.
You got the majority of a day left. If there's anything you guys would like to do with your afternoon or evening,
I'm going to kill myself.
Well.
Oh,
I'm gonna
I
go
want
s-
to talk to my. I want to talk to my bedmate about not like inappropriate stuff. Like I actually have questions. If we could go
yeah,
back to
sure,
the
sure.
tavern, if they're there.
Oh,
I don't even know if
sure.
they're there.
Okay.
We may
okay.
have wasted time, but we had the fun role playing moment.
Because I was
so
gonna
truly,
potentially
the session was
ask-
the friends we made along the way.
I was gonna potentially ask him and his brother, like after we have the the dinner with Strahd, if they would be interested in aiding us to the
So we're going to the Blue Water Inn, I presume.
yeah. I want to
I want
was
to do something
initially
else
gonna
this time.
I was initially gonna ask about silvered weapons, but we already have them now. But I was gonna ask if they would potentially be interested in aiding us on that, so that they would want the festival to go well, since they seem to make out pretty well at these festivals. Like
They
we had
make
a
out.
yeah, like common interest, common goal. Also, maybe extra people to help us, because I don't know what's gonna go down and why the shipments.
So hold on. What are you asking them?
Well, where am I? Am I just doing theater of mind?
I'm in the Blue Water Inn.
Oh, Mike, none of our characters are here.
Alright, give me a second. Oy.
I could just theater of mind it.
Can I
if it
just throw
makes it
something
easier.
out while this is happening?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just while this is all going down, I'm not at the inn. I'm going to be wandering around town, seeing if I see any horses.
I will be following. Because that's like Farron's business, so I'll just follow Twyla.
I'm gonna go scouting around for horses.
Ark
Okay.
is also going to follow, but he's going to try to see if he can detect anything or maybe pick up some tracks of whatever those undead were.
Okay.
I don't have anything I really in particular want to be doing right now. I'd probably just be at the inn with the retainers.
You can come with me, Ark. I just called
Alright,
you Ark.
So let's start with the ye old tavern people. What is it you're asking these two?
So, I was gonna meander up to them and say, well, always a pleasure to see you, both of you. But I'm gonna be looking at mainly, my
Yeah,
favorite.
so Soldar Soldarovich kind of rolls his eyes and looks to Yevgeny, and he says, "Will it never cease with you two us?"
Now I'm here on different business this time, believe it or not. I hope that doesn't disappoint.
No, I have no interest. He puts his hands up and he walks over to the bar, leaving just you and Yevgeny.
Listen, we were tasked or rather asked by the owner of this bar to do some scouting, to find out where his missing wine shipment went. You know, because he's only down to maybe like, I don't know what he said, like 1 or 2 barrels, crates, same difference, it doesn't matter. And this is something that we were really interested in doing. We wanted to figure out why the shipment wasn't coming through, what was going on. Maybe something happened at the winery or the distillery, or, you know, something's happening along the way, maybe smugglers. Unfortunately, there are some serious matters where we're going to have to leave town soon for let's call it a dinner party that we really couldn't say no to. But I was hoping that when we got back, I was hoping maybe you guys would want to potentially help us in our endeavor, just because I don't know what we're walking into, and it could be dangerous, and it would help to have some experienced hunters on our side, I think, if we do run into anything, like...
So Yevgeny kind of perks up a little bit, and he says, "So you are tasked with a bit of a journey, then? But it sounds to me like you will be on the roads. Is that not true?"
Yes, we will be.
I have horses.
My brother and I, well, we do employ ourselves as guides as well as hunters, but among roads, it is a far less useful thing to employ us for. I mean, the guiding is done for you.
Oh, you're right. That's why it's a road. No way.
Oh, so we know exactly how to get there, DM?
What he's implying to you is that the place you're heading to is path on one of the roads that there are signs for.
Oh. See, I wasn't aware of that. Now I feel really stupid.
It's all good.
Well, he knows you're not from here. But I mean, if you have need of any of my other services, some of them come for free.
I
Ew.
look at my imaginary watch. Yeah, I got a couple hours to kill. You want to go upstairs?
He thought you would never ask.
End scene.
End scene.
My
Okay.
god.
Exit stage left.
All
Man, I
right.
feel so stupid. I was like thinking, I didn't realize it was like right off the fucking beaten path.
The entire
Okay.
time they're fucking favorites just like stupid fucking roads, goddamn
Okay,
stupid
bro.
wine.
Bro cannot get enough of that green carpet.
Come on, okay.
Oh.
All right, cut to stage left. Lewd people looking for horses.
Did you say
Whoa.
lewd people looking for horses?
Yeah, because Lucia's with you. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Excuse
just
me, when it's a person at the church, it's called lust.
Oh, my
Heyo.
bad.
browsing around
Sinful
town looking
people
for
looking for
horses.
And yeah, Lucia Art will be eventually. She's on my list.
Cut to Balaki. Boom. Okay. Go ahead and all of you who are searching, roll perception.
I gotta switch to
For me.
Valaki, hold on.
Do your thing.
I want to find the horses! Haha, roll perception, you said?
Yes, all of you who are.
What if we like trade horses? And the horse is Farron. Farron starts
Actually,
out as a mouse.
that's
after.
That's not a bad
that's
idea.
Not a bad idea!
That's not a bad idea. Hiya.
That's actually pretty clever.
Damn it!
Absolutely, Lucia would not suggest this, but and it's also a very stereotypical thing of druids to do.
I rolled a
while they're
6.
doing this, I'm gonna look for traces of undead.
Okay. Go ahead and
As
roll perception yourself. Ah.
Nope, I'll take it.
You get no glimmers of undead, but you do get slight inklings of like. You get a sense that there were some around certain areas of this town recently, like maybe the previous night.
Ugh.
Like,
Oh,
you don't get any
interesting.
sense that they were not like, so your defined sense doesn't even really work that way. You just you're getting a brief kind of like it's almost like a tinnitus type feeling where it feels like there's just like this inkling of something where it's just like
Why did you describe it so well? As someone with tinnitus, I hate you.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
You know, that
It's
makes some sense.
your divine sense is not giving you any inclination that there's anything nearby, but
All right.
it also doesn't feel like.
You know, this does give me
entirely
a good idea. Are we near the church? Can we go to the church?
Sure, I'm sure. As I'll, you guys didn't say where you're going into.
Sure.
Looking around. Bless you.
Thank you.
So for those
Meander,
of you
really.
who rolled perception, no one
I rolled a
particularly high,
6.
You don't see any particular horses.
No.
There's very few beasts of burden around here, but those that are here are. You notice that there is one mule,
Yes!
a relatively lame mule.
Oh.
Um,
I'm still gonna inquire about the mule.
yeah, who just seems to be drinking from a trough. It's got like a work yoke on it, and the other things you notice is that like the burgomaster of this town and his procession,
no.
as well as the captain of his guard with the freaky fingers, are making their way through the town square. They don't make any notice of you, but the burgomaster himself, alongside his wife and his procession, he just keeps yelling, "All will be well, all will be well. Be prepared for the wonderful festival of the blazing sun."
I'm gonna do a little soft clap and like jump up and down a tiny bit and go, "The festival's coming." You hear that, Dollop?
And so will I, hopefully. Maybe after the
All right.
trauma.
Okay, all right. Someone get the spritz bottle.
Maybe. Yeah.
Hey yo.
I love playing the nun, but also the horniest out of the party. But I would, out of character, I guess. You're the one in character.
I'm gonna inquire about the mule.
But oh yeah, you inquire about the mule first before I do what I want to do.
That's it. I'm just inquiring about the mule.
Okay, it looks like it's there are some just like basic like farmer looking types, basic sackcloth and clothing and whatnot. They look like real clay of the land sorts. Taller man and a more portly lady. And how are you approaching them for this mule?
I'm just gonna walk up to them and just kind of
How much is your ass?
And go, well, that's a pretty fine looking mule you got here. And I put my hands on my hips.
Old Hammy over here.
Oh my god, are we doing this?
Oh yeah. What do you make of him?
How much for the mule?
He's not for sale.
Damn it. Are you sure?
I'm pretty certain.
Lucia is going to like have a light bulb go off in her head, and she'll whisper in Twyla's ear, "What if we like do Faerun's bargaining maneuver?
Right.
Would that work?"
What if Lucia shows you her melons?
Whoa! She like immediately goes, "I bet yours."
She just kind of like the portly woman just kind of goes like, "Not interested."
But they're really good.
What if Ark pulls down his pants? You haven't seen him.
Art's gonna give you like I don't know. You can't tell his facial features, but he does a double take.
The woman
Oh,
just
these are
kind of
not yams,
the
Crimson,
woman
they're
just kind of
cantaloupes.
opens her mouth to speak, and then the tall man goes, "Not interested," and she just kind of closes her mouth.
I'm gonna look to Lucia and whisper and go, Faerun's method didn't work again.
It'll
I'm
work
starting
one
to
of
think
these
it'll work
days.
eventually.
You hear
It's gonna work on
the
Strahd.
cloud.
Well, I tried for Lobrin. Oh well. I'm just gonna go sulk off somewhere
Okay.
else.
Now I'm gonna go to the church
When I go to the church, sweet, sweet
for
church.
two reasons.
Okay.
2 reasons.
I forget her name. Her name is very much
Irina?
escaping me right now.
Irina
thank you.
Koliana.
I am going to make my way to and find Irina.
She is in a pew right now.
Praying.
She's not praying, but she kind of looks pensive, and she's got her eyes closed. It looks like she's deep in thought. I mean, like it could be praying.
Anyone around?
A few people here and there. It's like at this point, it's like 3:00 in the afternoon.
Anyone did whisper shot?
Not really. It looks like she's
Okay.
intentionally chosen an area to be alone.
I will sit next to her and like put my hands up in like prayer.
Without opening her eyes, she goes, "Good to see you, Lucia."
And then she's going to whisper, "Do not be alarmed. This place, I've gotten confirmation that it is indeed sanctified, but there might be some undead roaming in the area. Under no circumstances until we return, stay in the church."
You didn't need to tell me that. I feel safe here.
Good. Just wanted to... Just send someone out for shopping.
What do you mean until you return?
We have some business to do with helping the tavern return some wine caskets. We should be gone no longer than a day.
Roll deception?
With advantage because she trusts me?
And because
you
it's
know what?
technically
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah,
It's
go
technically
ahead.
not wrong.
Okay,
I mean,
it's
no,
not
it's-
wrong, but
it's
I,
misleading
as a player,
information.
and Lucia are like willingly and voluntarily, and like also much intentionally withholding certain information because I
Yeah,
do
of
not
course,
want to
yeah,
scare
yeah.
her.
So go ahead and roll deception.
Oh my god!
Wow, that's piss poor.
Maybe she'll roll low for her insight.
That sounds like some wishful fucking thinking.
We'll
Okay,
find
so
out.
she opens her eyes and she kind of looks at you. She looks like a little sad. She says, "After everything we've been through, I mean, my brother must have seen something in you to trust you. So why wouldn't you
She'll
trust
sigh.
me?"
Not that I don't trust you, I just didn't want to alarm you.
Well,
And then she'll kind of make sure we're not in ear whisper.
there's not much
He-
alarming you can pull over on me these days.
He wants to talk to us.
And then she goes like stock still, and noticeably tense. And then she says, "All right, I stand corrected."
Nothing can alarm me.
She'll try to chuckle, but like it kind of comes out more as like a nervous.
And you're not going, are you?
We don't have a choice.
Nine hells, Lucia. We just went across half the valley to get away from him.
Yes, I'm well aware, but we were promised safe passage, and we have encountered some things that
That's
put
me shitting
odds in our...
bricks.
Yeah. We have encountered things that put us in our favor.
Right.
And then she's
Famously
going to
trustworthy vampire Strahd von Zarevich. I'm sure you can go off of his word.
She is going to like look around again. Anyone looking at us?
At this point, like a couple people are peeking because Irina's raising her voice a little bit. She seems pretty angry.
She's gonna look around and then see that. Follow me. And she will like bring it to like a secluded area real quick.
She does, and her body language is very clearly like not happy.
And she's immediately just gonna put her head down. Look, first I'm gonna apologize. I just didn't want to alarm you. I would not lie to you. You are an amazing person. And I just wanted to try and ease you before we left and returned.
Right. An amazing person you need to treat like a child. I've been here longer than you. I've dealt with him more than you have.
Man, I am not prepared for this. Point I'm making. We know what we're doing. We've met people and we've gotten equipment, and then she's
You
going
know
to,
what
like...
you're doing? She cuts you off. How can
Okay.
you possibly know what you're doing? You've been here less than a week. I've lived in this place my whole life.
She's just gonna shut up and sorry for disturbing, and she's gonna walk out.
Before you do, she's just gonna go, "Lucia, you better come back here. If you don't return, I better see you again."
Promise.
She sits
Handle
back
it
down in her
under.
pew.
And then she is going to just walk out and just meet back with the rest of the group. Very obviously, like, stifling tears.
Oh boy.
But she will just stay quiet and go back to the group.
As you're heading your way back to the Blue Water Inn, passing a couple buildings, just outside of one, you see a familiar young-looking man reading a book, kind of posted up beside a building, leaning back, reading the book. He kind of like peeks up at you and claps the book shut, and he says, "My friend, you look so perturbed. What could be troubling you?
Nothing. Just stressed out about current events.
Stressed out? I mean, it's a festival in not 2 days' time. This is no time to be stressed. Perhaps
is
you can
hopefully gonna
tell.
help.
Perhaps you can tell your friend Vasily about it.
Another time, Vasily. Me and my friends need to get somewhere, and we'll be running late if I.
I see. I shall hold you to it, though. Perhaps I shall meet you at the Blue Water later on.
Later, yes.
Indeed.
I don't think it's the sassy child. I think it is like the dude that was there when.
Who's this that's
was sorry.
talking?
Yeah, this is the guy who
This
me and Twyla spoke with.
I spoke with somebody?
Yeah, this is the one you thought was hot.
Vasily
Oh,
Van
that's him?
Holt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the church, I believe.
Do I,
He was.
do I see him?
Are you out there with him?
I mean, I'm following around Arkham
Oh.
Lucia.
Then yeah, you would.
Oh, so you just watch me get berated?
No, well, I don't think they entered the chapel with you, but he is just out and about.
I'm gonna wave
Okay.
hi to him.
He approaches you, and he's got his book on his arm that he was just reading.
Hey! No, just wave it
He
hi.
What
looks-
are you reading? The Kama Sutra? Okay.
Oh my god.
He kind of looks to me and says, I was just reading up on the enemy, and he kind of shows you the book, and it says Rudolf van Richten's Guide to Vampire Hunting.
Whoa, that's a cool
Oh!
find. Where'd you find that?
Actually, this has been in my possession for some time. Although you will find some sources that say it is less than useful these days.
Who knows? Things will always be useful.
Do you like to read often?
Oh, Lucia's back, and she looks very obviously sad.
Well, perhaps it can be more auspicious to you than it will be to me. After all, I've gone page to page, cover to cover, several times over. Here, you may hold on to it for some time. And he hands it to you, Twyla.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna go, well, I very much appreciate this. Thank you so much. Do you like to read?
As
Why
often
do you
as I
say it like
can.
it's an interrogation?
As a matter of fact, my manor has a personal library. Perhaps you could see it sometime.
Her eyes are like sparkling at this, and she goes, oh wow, that sounds so wonderful.
Indeed. I've always found it to be just so.
How's Dollop looking?
Dollop is kind of a little puffed, and he's not completely hiding in your hair, but is cozied up next to your hair.
I'm gonna smile and go, I think that'd make for a wonderful time if that sounds good to everyone, right?
Later. We have things to do.
I'll look down and go, right, later.
I shall await your arrival then, with bated breath.
Y'all motherfuckers better not let me die. I'm keeping my promise, sir.
I'm gonna do a little
Twyla's like,
happy bounce
"I
up and
gotta
down
get
and wave bye
it
to him.
later.
And then he just kind of gives you a nod, a bow of his head, like a gracious bow of his head, and then goes back to posting up where he was.
I'm gonna yell as he walks away, just, thank you again for the book, and then scurry off.
All right, Blue Water Inn. As a matter of fact, do you guys want to cut to the next morning, unless there's anything you guys would like to do?
I will go up to Rudolph.
Okay.
Hold on. I want Twilight to come with me.
Let me
get-
go to
get-
the Blue Water Inn.
Twilight, get an autograph.
Is he
Get a
sitting,
signed
is he
copy.
sitting at a table, doing his thing?
Yeah, he indeed
No,
is.
not in the open.
Well,
He-
no, I got this,
He's at the same table he's usually been at. Hold on. Where
Is he
the
with
hell
anyone?
No, he is not. He's at the. I'll say he's at the bar, and he's quite by himself.
I'm gonna, do a little, skip up to the bar and sit next to him.
Okay. And he kind of welcomes you with a tip of his wide-brimmed cap, and he says, "How'd the prep go?"
They're gone.
That was short work. You
Not
guys
because
must
of
be-
us.
Oh,
They left last night.
and you're certain they're gone.
Yeah.
No idea.
Arc checked.
That's concerning.
It very. But I found something cool, and I'm gonna put the book on the counter.
he'll smile and then he'll glance down and he kind of goes like, and he takes it and he slides it off the table, and he says, "Very, very cool. Let's talk about it later."
I want to talk about it. And I'm just gonna like get up and like go back to my own table.
I'm gonna side copy.
Ark is going to just say, yeah, we spent the day trying to track them down, but I couldn't really get a sense of them. Everything seemed to be, well, several hours old.
Hmm.
It's likely
sorry
they
to
might
hear
not
that.
even be in the town anymore.
Just keep an eye out.
I wish
This
that
is
meant that
like
we'd be safer here, but suppose we have to take what we can get. They're gone. Take that for what it's worth.
Lucia's just moping and like at her part of the table.
So he, Rictavio, kind of notices this, furrows his brow a little bit, and then puts two fingers up in the air towards Erwin. Erwin comes over. Rictavio leans in over the bar to whisper. And then Erwin says quite out loud, and he says, "I'm afraid I don't have much of a choice but to raise the price. We're almost out." And he just kind of, Rictavio just goes, I see. And then brings a tankard of wine over your way, Lucia.
She'll take it and just like start sipping it, smiling a little.
We're gonna get
Look at that, she's drinking.
Yeah, she's drinking.
She's
There you
depressed and drinking. She just tried doing the right thing.
So, Rictavio is going to kind of look over in each direction, then he's going to lean in over the table and he's going to whisper a little bit. He's going to say, "Tomorrow's the day. What do you have planned? Do you have any contingency plans, any fail-safes, anything? Have you thought about this at all?"
What about the amulet?
That's a start.
My thought is if anything goes awry, I'll use that. Hopefully hold him. We can try and flee.
Well, I'm gonna relay the information Rictavio said about Strahd being resistant to most things.
Well, most things here, right?
He's,
This is an outside source.
I think he
Is
means
he
in this whole land, right?
From my understanding of the wording that he said it sounded more like he was saying like he's immune to Barovia as an area. And my thought process is, while this thing's from Barovia, it's still emitting something that isn't inherently from Barovia. So maybe the sunlight will still work.
I don't think the sunlight will work, personally.
Well, I'm gambling on that anyway, so...
Out
I
of
have a
character, 'cause
few.
I'm not at that table right now, but I feel like, are we actually going here with the intent to fight, or are we going here?
No,
to
no,
see-
no,
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 no.
no.
Yeah, I want to make
He's-
sure because
he's-
Rictavio's implication is a little.
No, he's asking
his
how we're gonna get
implication-
out if shit goes wrong.
Yeah, his whole thing is, do we have backup plans in case things don't go as planned?
We don't. We never do.
I have a few spells that could potentially be useful. I actually wanted to ask you a bit more about that. Is he still? Does holy? Or do holy spells or radiant work against him, or do you know?
I have no knowledge of that. I would imagine, I hope, but I don't know.
It's good to know.
Don't mind me putting all the minis in way late.
That's fine.
Hit the
Don't worry, don't
fan,
worry.
we would probably just die, frankly.
If he
Truth
wanted
be
to
told-
pick us up, then he
Like-
just would, like...
Yeah.
Truth be told, I'm more concerned about my companions here.
All right.
More than anything, I want to know what he wants. This is an
You want
incredibly
to suck our
powerful
dick,
figure,
I
and if
mean
he
blood.
wanted something, then I feel like he could just have it, so what exactly does he want with us, and why hasn't he done it already?
You need to look at it from a perspective that isn't your own. He's been alive for a very long time, and he's been here for a very long time. What could he want from outsiders?
He's probably bored.
Makes sense to
Dude's
me.
probably just bored wanting stories.
Well, I don't know, he He took one of their friends already.
Friend
Is
of
he
yours.
himself trapped here?
That much I've been trying to figure out myself. Maybe you'll get a chance to ask him.
Would he be
Let's not
offended if we asked that?
Let's not open dinner with that. Let's not
Yeah.
open dinner with that
Are
question.
there
Show up with a bottle of wine, like, so what, you trapped here, or...?
are there any topics that we should not bring up at all?
Irina,
Yeah.
That much I would try to keep out of conversation. If she, this pretty friend of yours, is indeed something that he wants to get his hands on,
tier 3 sub.
To be honest, I don't know if we'll be able to avoid that topic of conversation. If he brings it up, I don't know what
He
we'll
will.
say.
We'll just say she's with us having fun.
She's becoming-
Irina's doing fine, by the way, and then she'll just like immediately start fucking guzzling.
We just say she's an acolyte of the church now.
That might piss him off, in all honesty.
if you make it back, listen, all of you, if you make it back, I'm going to need all the information you can give me.
That shouldn't be a problem.
I can do that if you sign my book.
He just kind of like narrows
Why
his
would
eyes
he
a
sign
little
your
bit.
book, Twyla? He is not that
Because this is his
person.
favorite book.
Perhaps
kinda-
we should leave that to when we return.
Kind of looks down at it a little bit and he says, I love that one. I would love to sign it some other time.
Fucking goddammit.
Well, I don't really know what to expect, so I'm not exactly sure what to prepare, but at the very least we have a small failsafe in that artifact, and I guess we'll just have to think as we go.
Out the window. Just like we just jump out the window if anything
Maybe.
goes awry.
Wish I was
we
a
have a
part of this
code?
conversation.
Should we make a
I thought we
code
were all at
word?
like a table.
No, I was upstairs.
Oh, yeah,
you're
you're
still
fucking
You know,
upstairs.
it's only
You're
only
still
like the
fucking, we
three
just
of
hear
us.
the beds creaking and like I just
Just
sat
like,
on
can
that
you
bed."
sign my book for me? And then from upstairs, doom, doom, doom.
Because I think Lobrin also said they weren't at this table. We were just
Yeah, I'm
That's
not.
true.
I've been
But,
spending the day with my retainers.
I'll relay this to everyone else after, but I want to talk to Twilight and like everyone that's around. Should we discuss maybe a code word for we should be departing that we can say at the table?
The code word is lemon. So you're just sitting at dinner with Strahd, and then you go, well, this has been fun, but lemon!
Not like that, like a phrase.
A
Like
phrase.
a phrase that like
How about? Oh wait, I'm not there.
I'm not good at thinking of phrases. I think we need the others.
Mira seems like they're doing well here.
Who's Mira?
So Lucy just starts violently sobbing.
No!
I'm kidding. But she'll go upstairs, finish the drink, and she will like thank him for the drink.
He just kind of nods a little bit and he says, well, let's hope that you get to have many more.
I promised I'd come back, so.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
I'm gonna... Before I retire for the evening, I'm just gonna give him, like, a hug. And say, thank you again, and then go back upstairs and spend the night preparing.
He gives you a hug back, and he says, tell you what, why don't I sign that book for you when you get back?
You promise?
I do.
I'm gonna be reading it a lot on the way there.
It's just him rambling for fucking 20 pages.
Chapter 1. So I put on this cool hat, and all of a sudden, I'm not Rudolph anymore. Chapter 2.
Chapter 3. Some lady offered to show me their yams.
Oh, it's his diary?
That'd be hilarious.
Ice King, is that you? I'll skim through this book before I go to bed, and then also I'll just tomorrow as we travel I'm gonna be skimming this book a lot. Oh, Ash.
Who's that for?
Lobrin because E-horse.
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 ehorse.com. Get your horse online on a marketplace. Or order your horse. All right. So without anyone's objection, unless anyone else wants to do something else, let's skip to the next day. Eh?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like Lucia will just be very quiet throughout the rest of the night.
Okay.
Yep.
And so
Thank you for the hydrate sippy.
the morning greets you. Some of you, well rested, peacefully in your bed.
Lucia
Some of
hungover.
you, after quite an exercise, feeling a little sore maybe,
Ah,
and some of you vaguely hungover.
I slept like a log. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You slept
I feel
on someone's log.
oh,
great.
whoa.
feel great.
Okay, there you go. So, I'll just go ahead and say that the morning greets you the same way it has the other days at the Blue Water Inn.
Dull and Dale.
Relatively quiet downstairs. Tavio is at the table already, having his morning brewski. Seems like he's got a bit of a problem. And as you guys all kind of amass, you hear, it's kind of like faint from here, but you hear from outside a very soft, two ups.
Oh god damn it.
What is that?
What?
Two ups.
She'll just echo the
Because
call.
all I'm hearing is Tourette's.
I hear
He's
tulips.
shouting to
Yeah,
arms.
2 arms, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, to arms!
Ark
Yeah,
would have
oh.
been awake at this point because he would have woken up like
Holy
the
shit.
same time he did yesterday. If that's okay.
Whoa. Farron wakes up and goes, what?
I'll be
She grabs
jolted
her
out of
bow.
bed.
Rictavio,
Get
to-
dressed and run downstairs, give my friend a smack on the ass and say, I'll see you in a day or two, I gotta go.
Yevgeny
Fuck
is
is
just
my
kind of
character?
and then Rudolph here is like kind of like gathering his personal effects that he had left on the table and is like going upstairs. Looks like he's kind of like a little bit flustered at this. Casts a knowing kind of glance between you guys, and he just kind of nods his head before going upstairs.
He was going to rush outside to see what is going
I don't know where my
Al-
mini is, but I would also rush outside.
Already you can see that all of the not all of, but many of the armed guard are already amassing at the very gate that you had entered in, the eastward gate. No one's going.
Fucking asshole.
No one's going outside of the wall, but many of them are kind of positioned. Some of them on the higher kind of towers, and then there's the one calling again, "Two arms! Two arms!"
Ark is going to rush over and try to see or get some information, if that's all possible.
Sure.
Yeah, I want to see what's going
what's
on. I
happening?
want to run up.
I think
I'm
I know
gonna
what's happening. And I'm
approach
gonna
you.
make out a joke at the ready.
Is
gonna approach
Strahd
you.
coming to get us personally?
Hey, it's me, your Uber.
What'd you say, Luca?
Yeah,
I'm-
that's what I was thinking.
I want to leave my retainers at the inn. Just say, stay here. It'll be safer for you for now. Stay with Octavio. He seems to be able to handle himself.
Would
Worst
Ark
case
be
scenario.
like be a bit ahead of everyone since he was already
Probably.
ready?
You
and
probably would
everything?
hear it first because you don't sleep.
yeah.
So
And
at this
I'm
point-
also in full armor and
At this
kit.
point, there's a good like 8 to 10 guards that are just at the gate, all lining the gate. They all look like completely like almost shell shocked, like a little bit. And as you get a little closer, you peer, and you get kind of like the vantage point because it's a little bit an uphill slope. So peering over the gate, you can see that a good like 50 yards away from the gate is a really beautiful red and black carriage.
Oh,
with-
fuck!
Hey, it's me, your Uber.
It's-
Oh my god, is that
The
it?
ride's here.
I'm your Uber driver. Get in.
I didn't order an Uber.
Well, you got one now.
No, thank you.
Oh my god. Get in this car.
What seems to be the issue?
And one of the guards just kind of one of the guards that like isn't like completely a little distant and kind of like or rushing to get into position is just like you can see plainly for yourself, can't you? That bodes bad news, that does.
Yes, it does.
Now, everyone, what do you think the social repercussions are going to be for entering that wagon?
Ooh. Ugh. Oh, bridges are being burned in this town.
Guys, I don't know if we're gonna be able to come back.
Well, how do we know
Well-
it's for us?
In for a penny, in for a pound. Here's the fucking funniest part about this. We're gonna get in that wagon. The town's gonna be like, oh my god, they're in cahoots with Strahd. And then we're gonna come back with wine.
Oh god. Hey guys, we're back from the vampire's place with casks of red liquid.
Get from him!
So who? I'm gonna like ask one of the guards and go. So whose is it?
If we knew that, you think we'd be calling the god?
You mean it's empty?
And he just kind of like peers over the fence a little bit, and he says, "Don't seem to be moving." And then,
That's
as if on cue, carriage door opens, and a
I'm gonna
familiar-looking,
flinch a little bit.
dark-skinned elf comes out. Steps out, a little bit thin, a little bit tall. You've met him before. He came bearing
Oh,
gifts.
it's that guy.
And he steps up to the gate.
It's our Uber.
Takes only a few seconds.
I never went to Ubu Jabber.
And he clears his throat a little bit. On royal decree of Count Strahd von Zarevich, I am here to deliver his guests to Ravenloft Castle. And the guards kind of look between each other, like, what? Someone in town? Like, what?
Lucia has like 1,000-yard stare.
At this
Staring
at
at
this
him.
point, are you all kind of like at the gate? Like, where are you all?
Yeah, I
doing?
like
What are you
ran
doing
out to
right
She
now?
see
ran- She ran
everyone.
basically
Ar-
to where the gate was.
I think we're all at
Ark
the gate.
would just walk forward confidently and be like, "Well met."
Well met!
The gate, just to let you know, the gate is not open right now. Like,
All right,
they're-
I'm gonna go to the guard and be like, would you mind opening the gate?
Oh my
please?"
god.
Twyla's
That-
doing that fucking Michael Scott gif where he's just like
So-
cringing.
That's
kinda like-
that
they're
might
kinda
be
like-
my ride.
They're all kind of like whispering between each other a little bit, and what you hear is like, "But he hasn't been here in ages. That can't be." And a lot of them are just kind of like in disbelief. And then, as you say that, they kind of all look to you, and one of them goes, "You."
Well, you see, I'm kind of new in Barovia. I come from outside, so my guess is that our good Count Strahd might have questions.
As you're
for
saying
me.
that, Rahadin kind of clears his throat again. And he says, "Sometime today would be auspicious, thank you. The
it
Count
would
doesn't
probably-
like to be kept waiting."
Oh,
and as-
planet!
I'm
as
going
this is
to-
said, one of the guards just immediately starts opening the gate. Some of the others gasp and go, "Are you crazy?" But he's just,
As
like,
soon as it's
single-mindedly-
open,
yeah, go ahead.
as soon as it's open, I'm gonna walk out front and wave
Okay.
hi, as if we're old pals.
Rahadin, as you know him at this point, gives you a deep and very formal bow. It looks like he's well trained in his manners, and he gives you all a motion towards the cart, and he says, "Our lord thought that this would be a little more comfortable for you than your previous travels."
Oh, how generous.
Sure. Let me
Before
get the
walking
others.
Before walking over, Lucia will, like, tuck her hair in her hood and also just lower her veil more. And just while, like, just gripping tight on her holy symbol, will walk into the cart and not say a word.
As you all walk out of the gate, many
Well,
of the
I
guards.
actually can I have a
uh,
quick interjection?
Go ahead.
I want to go get my retainers first and bring them with me.
Are you sure you want to bring them
You
with
sure wanna
us?
bring
I
Actually,
just
no.
assumed that they were already walking out with you. Where you go, they go. pretty much.
He told them
did
to stay.
stay at the
Okay,
inn.
okay, okay,
They should
sure.
be here for this.
And then, yeah, sure. So you're a little bit behind everyone, but they come with. As you
But-
all walk
but
out, they.
Lauren, if we die, we could just play your retainers, so, like, keeping them here is a good idea.
That would be really funny,
Oh
actually.
my god.
Yeah, level 1 again.
As you all exit the gates, each of the guards either like does a little genuflection of one of the gods. Some you recognize, some you don't. Some spit on the ground as you exit, but none utter a word. there's sort of a very uneasy silence. At this point, many of the villagers are kind of like stepping outside of their domiciles and are just kind of staring at this as this goes. You can tell that this is a circumstance that hasn't happened here in ages. In ages.
I'm gonna be
Go ahead.
looking terrified.
After he says what he did about the this being more comfortable, I'm just gonna say, well, that's very generous. Thank you for taking the trip all the way out here. It must not have been easy.
On the contrary, my friend, I traveled in quite some comfort, as you will yourself.
I hate this guy.
And
I don't. He's just doing a job, and he will probably die if he doesn't.
he beckons you into the cart, steps in himself, and kind of like gets at the helm. And I'm assuming you all do so without much of a fuss, right?
I do it, but I bump into him on my way there on purpose, and I go, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so clumsy sometimes."
He kind of goes, "Indeed, you are."
Lucia, no resistance, but she's just like head down, no words, just sits him down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be
She
holding
has
Dollop
deer and
close as I
headlights.
get in.
The door closes on its own as you all get in. There's space for several more of you. This is a big carriage. 8 draft horses, stained glass,
Horses.
velvet seating. It is stunningly beautiful in here. It like ornate. Someone with a good amount of taste must have commissioned this particular vehicle.
Stop trying to gas yourself up, Strahd.
Sorry, all I'm saying is that like man knows his carriages. That's all. I don't know. And with a quick the horses take off, and at a very fast pace. Those of you who have been in carriages before or wagon-drawn carts before, this is startlingly faster. These horses move with a vigor. And on the road, unless there's anything you guys would like to say or do amongst Rahadin, I'm just going to say that the time passes and so does the traversing, so to speak. You see much the same path you had taken to get here. Deep, densely forested roads along the Sphalic woods. Eventually you pass the very same area where you had run into the werewolves, although at this point quite vacant. The road itself, you're not seeing like any sign of life at all. It's almost as though the very world itself is opening up around the carriage. The mist stays quite some distance away. The farthest you had seen it outside of Valaki. And it takes only a few hours, maybe 3 or 4, before you go through woods, past falls, and past intersection once more. You hear the wheels of your wagon go across dirt to tumbling across cobble in a rhythmic sense. Doesn't take long for the spires of Ravenloft to first present themselves. First, as blips on the horizon. Mere slivers, looking not dissimilar to blackened fingertips reaching up towards a sun that so long ago spurned it. Doesn't take long for the towers to reveal their grandiosity, magnifying in your approach until there is more castle before you than sky. Just then, rain begins to beat down upon your carriage. Aggressively, almost hostilely, and thunder that rattles the carriage itself. Outside of the rain and the stained glass, it can almost be difficult to see, and yet just the same, you swear that you see that surrounding the castle is a chasm, quite an impressive one, whose depths you couldn't even begin to guess. And then suddenly, a bridge, and as you pass it, you know, each of you, that you have officially entered the domicile of Ravenloft. And here is where we're going to end session.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
That was an interesting.
Sorry, Irina.
That was an
Irina
interesting
won't
session.
see Lucia again, but she will meet my barbarian.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck.
I am waiting for the TPK here. It's not out of the cards.
It's not out of the cards, and I'm also wondering if we just completely fucked our chances of coming back to this town.
To be fair, we didn't fuck our chances. He was the asshole.
I wonder if when we return to this town, we might be. I don't want to say given like a heroic welcome.
We might be
but
feared, if anything.
We might either be feared, or people might be like, "Wow, they managed to survive, and they weren't, completely destroyed."
I think we're
They
not
didn't
going to be
sell
allowed
their
back
souls.
in. I think they're
Well,
going to think
okay.
we're some kind of traitorous like monsters.
I doubt they would be hostile towards us, because my thought is, if we are such a new thing that we were given a grand entrance, would the townspeople really want to risk killing that?
Well,
No,
why
but they
would-
might not let us
I'm
in.
not
They
saying
might
they'd
just be
want to
like,
kill us. I'm just saying they're not going to let us back in.
And in
There-
that case, Lucia will just say, do you want to upset the guests of Strahd?
That's
That would
gonna-
help our
that's-
case even less.
that helps us even less.
It helps us even
we're gonna
more
have
for
to
the
come
use
up
fear
with
tactics.
like a bullshit plan to get back in after.
We'll figure that out later. Let's get out of this manor alive first.
Oh god.
A great session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great session.
I'm glad you guys liked that.
I have a lot to think about.
Yeah, you guys have a lot to think about because you're entering the Viper's Pit.
I know, and we're only level 4.
Oh, nah.
Wow, you're an asshole.
You're such a dick. I was really hoping that we could get to level 5 if those spirits were still there.
I was getting my dice out, you asshole.
Oh, I knew he was fucking with us. I knew he was fucking with us.
Okay, you're level 5.
No, we're
Yay.
not.
Wait, really?
Are we?
Yeah, you're level 5. Congratulations, level 5.
Derek, take a
I'm gonna
potion.
roll my
Crimson
dice
said so.
right now on Tailspires. So
What
everybody-
is
Derek.
Fighter's a D10 again?
I'm sorry, what?
Take a potion. Crimson said so.
Fighter is
Can I save it for the beginning of next
Whoa.
session?
Oh, Theron, that sucks.
That's
Ouch.
only, and then I have a +3, so that's only a +4.
Hey, what's the mansion called, or what's the map we're on again? So I can because I can't.
Oh
remember.
yeah, we will be beginning at a place called Castle Ravenloft. An
Ignore
imported
that.
one called Bastards Castle Ravenloft.
Wow, that was a really good spell attack roll.
I'm gonna wait to roll anything because I
All of
need
you,
time to think about everything.
All of
But
you change your map to Castle Ravenloft.
I'll do that before we end sessions. That way people can
Just
see
so
it.
I already know what level I'm taking, so I'm going to roll my D10.
Wow, look at this, ladies and gents.
35
D10.
HP.
Cool.
This is
Please,
the map
please.
dedicated to the single biggest chapter in the entire fucking game.
Oh, we're in the big leagues now. Then okay,
Yeah.
rolling now, everyone. Wish me luck.
Oh my god, dude.
Right in the middle.
DM, do you want us to do a round table?
Yes, let's do a round table.
Quick question. Sorry.
Sure.
Do you mind if I take the medium for hit points instead of rolling?
Yeah, that's fine. So long as you did it before you rolled.
Cool. Doing that now.
I
I have
Phew.
like, bad feelings.
Bless you.
I need to start doing that, honestly.
That's what-
35.
That's what Steve
Or
does
I'm
in Decay Within the Ice. He takes
I'm
the
at 38
medium.
hit points.
Nice.
49.
It's fun to roll, but when you roll like shit,
You're at
consistently,
49?
less fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm at 40.
I have 35, so.
Remember
that's
when
not
I rolled
great.
a 1 twice on HP?
Oh my god, yes.
Oh, relax. That was Mira. You're fine.
Yeah, she's
I,
got
I
that.
rolled a 1 at least once in this campaign for health points.
It does happen.
I
Feels
just rolled my
bad.
first one for health points and it feels
I mean,
You know
fucking
how long
awful.
I-
it's been
he
since
dies,
I
he
rolled
dies,
for health
like-
points? Like, jeez.
Yeah, well, you got a 1 in 8 chance to roll a 1. I got a 1 in 10 chance to
I have
roll.
a 1 in 10 chance.
Oh no, I was talking to Baron. Wait, you also rolled a 1?
No.
Oh, well.
I rolled,
then
no,
yeah.
I rolled D10, so I have a 1 in 10.
Oh.
I have now.
You didn't, did you?
Wait, hold on. Do I get second win now? Or not second win? I get action surge.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
sure.
there you go. That's a good one.
We
Round
also-
table?
Everyone,
Fire.
our proficiency bonus went up, by the way.
Yeah, let's do a round table real quick, starting with Twyla.
I'm gonna give it to Ark again this session because Ark did a lot of really good talking to people. He was, again, just a really good mediator. He kept us from not getting our fucking asses kicked by, Van Helsing. And he's been helping us track down a bunch of undead and played it cool when the carriage just rolled up. So I'm gonna give it to Ark for being calm and collected.
Wait,
Yeah.
our thing went up?
What?
Our proficiency bonus did go up, yeah.
So
Oh,
it goes
it
up
did
to
not.
what?
Probably a
3.
+3.
Oh, okay.
but you gotta add all your individual points.
Yeah,
But
I
anyway,
got it.
Round table. For me, I'm gonna give it to. It's between Ark and Twyla, or should I say Evie?
Evie.
Evie.
That's what I was thinking of.
That's Paladins.
That is Paladins.
That was my main in Paladins, actually. I got to
God,
diamond
I
with
played that so
Evie.
long.
All right. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna give it to. I think I gave it to Ark last time, and I am inclined to give it to him again. But I do think the character reveal stuff that Twyla did was not big for the story, but you also had a lot of little reaction moments, which I always appreciate because I think it adds to the world and adds to the characters a bit more. So I'll give you the slight edge for that reason.
Thank you.
Okay, Faerun.
It's also between Ark and Twyla for me. I think I am gonna give it to Ark just for a lot of the good role playing and keeping things on track and asking a lot of good questions. And I do just appreciate his character in general, like taking charge when it needs to be done, and holding back when it's necessary. And just, I don't know, like he's just overall a very like solid character that I really appreciate listening to, like when he is role playing.
Thank you.
All right, Lucia.
My vote is going to go to Twyla just for amazing character stuff. But I also want to give an honorable mention to Faerun, who I was debating on just for the fact that she got piped 3 times in a row. 3
There you
sessions in
go.
a row.
yes.
You should have played a bard.
I salute you.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank I would like to thank the dick.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, it goes to Twyla.
All right, Ark.
Or I'm sorry, Evie.
Evie.
Ooh, this one's a little tricky because we did get a bunch of interesting encounters. I want to give it. Part of me wants to give it to Twyla. Part of me also wants to give it to Lucia for that interaction with. I almost called her Isabella. That is a hard thing to get on the wrong side of an NPC that you really enjoy. But I think I'm gonna give it to Twyla.
Oh, thank you.
Congrats to Twyla for winning.
I'm happy you guys like the character.
Yeah.
If Derek kills this one, I'm gonna be really fucking mad.
Ain't up to me.
Something community poll in the Discord.
Yeah. Woo! Now I'm gonna post community inspiration up in the Discord server where you guys, the viewers, can vote on who you think gets a point of inspiration too.
Something Twitch sub, something Amazon Prime doesn't auto renew.
Yeah. And thank you for the Discord link and the YouTube link. The VODs are going up on YouTube. I can't wait for... It's gonna be a while for that VOD to hit YouTube, but I can't wait for people to see our scuffed bullshit from Monday. Oh my god.
I want to watch it as soon as it comes out, because I can't really watch Decay Within the Ice, because it's Monday and I work on Mondays. I usually go to work right when it starts, so...
Understandable.
Oh, no.
I can only really catch up if we're slow.
Gruta, we love you. Smooches.
Gruta, I will eventually take your box back, so you might want to keep getting that lead while you can.
Actually, someone else has the. Oh wait.
No, Gruta got it back.
Gruta reclaims his
Gruta
place.
did take it back. Rex, though, is a contender now.
Rex is the only one that can hold the title Stream Crasher, though.
I know. He literally bought our silence.
Quite literally bought our silence.
Did you hear about that, Astra?
Yes, I heard. I think I heard when it was happening.
Next time Faerun tries to seduce a woodsman, just all you gotta do is buy 90 subs, and you just prevent that from happening.
What
It
the
is a
fuck?
possibility. You can just shut it down instantly.
Can just shut the whole fucking
Next
thing
time
down.
Lobrin tries to sabotage the entire party by releasing a very dangerous animal, just 90 subs, and you prevent it from happening.
Then the whole stream goes down. Session's
It's
over.
like,
It's like pulling the
Strahd's about
curtains.
to kill when Strahd's about to kill Lucia, 90 subs and she still dies.
TPK? I don't think so. 90 subs.
He just killed the stream.
He killed our party and he killed the stream. Like that, the whole campaign's just done.
That's so funny to me.
It's fucking hilarious. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We love and appreciate you all. Smooches, big smooches.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
I will find each and every one of you. I will hide under your bed and I will.
Okay.
All right. All right.
That's enough
Good
of
night,
that.
everyone.
Good night,
You're gonna
everyone.
hide-
We'll see you
you're
on
gonna hide in
Monday.
my bed. You gotta wait for the 3 of my other. You gotta wait for 3 of my cats.
Oh.
Yeah,
to
I'll be
share
in there
with
with them.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye bye.